Hello and welcome to the Happy Jacks RPG podcast. This is St. Elco's Fire, which is a lighthearted actual play. Thank you for joining us for session 3 of St. Elco's Fire on the Happy Jacks Network. If you'd like to catch up on past episodes, you can visit happyjacks.org/St. Elco's Fire, all spelled out. And to find all the shows on the Happy Jacks Network, visit happyjacks.org/shows. I'm Kurt. I'm the GM. I'm the co-author of this game, Lighthearted, along with my wife, Kate Potts. I am the director for this session, which is the GM for this game. And I'm going to throw it over to our cast, and I'll just pick someone at random. Claire, how are you today?
I am pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing well.
Yeah? So I'm going to be playing Kaz. They are from East Berlin, and they don't like you very much.
Nice.
That's
Joe,
all
how
I
are you
got.
doing? Oh, sorry.
I'm doing okay. I don't have the AC on at my place at the moment, but we're probably fine. I'm gonna stay hydrated. All of this to say, this time the heat is very real for Zach, and we'll see what that means in gameplay.
All right. Well, stay cool, Joe. Clara, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm accessing my inner basic girl, and I have a wine spritzer, which I have seen make a lot of appearances in a lot of the period films. I had never had one. It's very good. I'm never going back.
Nice. Who are you playing?
Oh, yeah.
One wine spritzer and it's all done.
Yeah, it's all gone. I am playing Audrey Ortiz, the jock character, though I have decided that that she is going to be a cheerleader jock who has no time and is emotionally unavailable, because we're totally role-playing here and not drawing from our own real life.
For totes.
Yeah.
Dave, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic. And I am totally role-playing because I have never been a goth. That's just not in my own personality, and I thought it might be fun to explore. So I'm going to be playing Harold Adina, the goth, pretty hot guy that seems to kind of want to hook up with everybody.
Yeah.
And is terrified of shadow creatures.
Yeah, I hope that doesn't become a problem or a reoccurring thing that they have to deal with.
Yeah, if it does, then who knows what's going to happen.
It would be a shame if we encountered more shadow creatures.
That'd be awful.
Nice campaign there you got there. It'd be a shame if someone were to introduce conflict.
Well, I'm here for one reason, and that is to make sure everybody's getting XP. So the last few sessions, we kind of went right up to our end point, and so we never get to talk about XP in this game. And so I want to do a little recap, let everybody kind of go over how we get XP in Lighthearted, where, see if your characters are getting the XP you're supposed to, and if you want to do any leveling up, we can do that now. And then we'll jump into a few montages and recaps and all that kind of good stuff, 80s movies good stuff. So the way you can gain XP in this game is by hitting the XP trigger on your malfunctions. So every click, the geek, jock, rep, rebel, prep, all that, they all have malfunctions. You all chose 3 of them. They have a fictional trigger, something like gain XP when you let a friend comfort you, if you have the bad reputation for the rebel. There's some other ways you can get XP, though, which is mentioning your schedule. So if you say, oh, I gotta go, I have work in the morning, or I've been really studying, or I'm working on this band, like I'm trying to get this band going. Like if you just mention the things that are in your schedule, remind us, hey, this is a college setting and you're busy college kids, you get an XP for that at the end of each game. If you have a scene or something that's a little more important about something in your schedule, then you get 2 XP at the end of the session for that. So anytime that happened for your character, if you weren't marking XP for those, definitely just take an XP now per session, or 2 if you had like a big scene. I know the first session we had a whole scene in Intro to Magecraft, which is a little unfair to Clara because she Audrey is not taking Intro to Magecraft, and we keep putting scenes in that class. So Clara's getting a little bit less XP, so yeah, the 3 of you definitely are getting 2 XP for the first 2 sessions, for your schedule. So if you didn't mark that, go ahead and take it. You also get XP anytime you keep a 3 or less on a die result. So, like I think in the previous session, there was a failure for Harold, where you were trying to convince Seymour to get out of the booth, or whatever. And so, like, I think between the 3 of you, you ended up keeping a 3. And so, like, that would be an XP right there. So yeah. So anybody have any questions about XP?
I just went ahead and added 2 XP because I know I failed horribly multiple times these last couple games. So I just threw 2 more in.
Cool.
Spirit Fingers.
Spirit Fingers for sure gained you some XP.
I'm looking at my malfunctions.
Yeah.
And there's been a couple of times when I've helped somebody without correcting them, or defended somebody, myself or somebody else. Mm-hmm. So I was going to go ahead and add a couple of those.
Yeah.
Totally.
And those happen anytime you do them, so you can hit them multiple times in a session.
Okay.
So they're kind of on you to hit. If there is, in the book, there's a note about if your group struggles with, hey, I'm not paying attention, I don't know when I'm hitting my triggers, we can turn it into an end of session check-in where we go through each person's malfunctions and say, did you hit any of these? And if the answer is yes, you get 1 XP. And if the answer is hell yes, you get like 2 XP, right? So we can do it that way too.
And we gain heart when we actually lean into our malfunctions, correct?
Yeah, when you hit the top one, the heart trigger, then you get a heart immediately right then.
But those don't carry over from session to session, correct?
Heart does not. It resets at the beginning of each session.
Okay.
You can spend 5 XP to increase your starting heart by 1. You can also spend 5 XP to increase one of your traits, step up a die, or you can spend 5 XP to buy a strength from your schedule or from your chosen abilities.
Oh, God.
So those are the ways you can spend XP. Does anybody have anything they want to spend XP on now, or do we want to move forward?
Not yet.
So you can buy...
Totally. Go ahead.
So you can buy up, like if I say I have a D4 in Glam, and I have 7 XP. So if I spend 5, then I can go to a D6?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Then I'm going to do that.
Cool.
Or the other thing we can do is we can buy the like extra special powers from our classes or gigs.
Yeah. You can buy your chosen abilities, or you can buy them from the classes that you're taking or the side gigs that you have. You can buy those strengths. There's one other thing you can spend XP on, and it's kind of like the level up mechanic. You can transform a malfunction. So you can say, you know what, my character has grown. I have addressed the thing behind this malfunction, and I no longer care about society's expectations, right? So like the example in the book is well actually, which our geek has. So currently it's whenever you gain a heart when you correct someone to make yourself look smart, or you gain XP when you help someone without correcting them. You could change that and just change it to like mentor or something, and now you gain a heart and an XP whenever you help someone like learn something, right? But that costs 10 XP. And once everyone has transformed at least one malfunction, we move to the next grade.
Okay.
Hang on, I just want to look at what my chosen abilities are.
Yeah, there's some good ones in some of those.
I feel like we need maybe this. I'll joke about it off stream, but I was like, we should get XP for leaning roll hard into the period.
That,
I'm just looking at chat. Who's like, I have to return some videotapes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't go out with you. I'm rewinding all of my tapes.
Yeah, sorry. I don't have $5 to pay the fee. I got to rewind these tapes tonight.
Do you have a quarter? I have to call somebody.
Wouldn't it be a dime?
Pay phones. It would be a dime. This is the 80s. God.
Yeah, you could still drop a dime on somebody.
The value.
I remember, like, hey, does anybody have a dime? I want to call my mom and ask if I can go over to Michelle's house after always Michelle or Kelly or Heather.
Yep.
I knew a lot of Jennifers.
Oh yeah, Jennifer's and Jessica's, man.
Yeah,
they were everywhere.
You still are.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Uh-oh. I just
Amber's and
knocked
Ashley's.
the power cord of mine. Monitor. That's not good.
All right. So if everybody's good, or did we have anything else before we move on?
I do want to spend some XP.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to spend 5.
Okay.
On leveling up my connection with my sugar daddy, Mr. Whitmore.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I can take the ability, and I lost what page it's on. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I forget what it's called.
It's towards the end. It's French lessons is the name of the strength package that you're looking for.
Yeah, there we go.
Or
So
sorry,
I'm going to take on their tab. So it's an ability that once per session, I can contact my patron to help me solve a financial problem.
Nice.
Cool.
So I'm going to take that one.
Nice.
And then I think I'm going to take the first. With my other 5 XP, I'm going to take the first point in the Magecraft 101.
Okay.
To roll my chosen color one step higher.
Nice.
Where in the core book is the breakdown of what kind of magic each color does?
It is. I don't have the book open. Hold on. Let me open up the book. It's on like page in the 20s or 30s maybe. It'll be under. It's after how to like it's at the end of the how to play section.
It is on page 25.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
I was pretty
Ravenclaw.
close.
It's almost like you wrote it or something.
I mean, yeah, a lot of it.
I also have it open in like a sheet open on the Slack.
Nice.
And I'm sorry, I have one more question because now that we've all been chosen, we get our abilities.
Yeah.
So I have something called Wave Affinity, which means you always roll it one step higher than normal. So if I would normally roll it at a D8, does that mean I roll it at a D10?
Correct.
Even though there aren't really D10s in this game? Okay.
There are. I mean, you can get to a D12. You just can't go over a D12.
Gotcha. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's how that works, and that'll stack if you take the Intro to Magecraft thing. So that's how you would get to a D12 in your. It'd still be varied based on where you are on your emotional spectrum, So if you're feeling that emotion and it should be a D8, then it steps up from there. But if you are way on the other end of the spectrum and it should be a D4, it just steps up from there. So.
Okay. What do you mean the intro to Magecraft thing?
So you're taking Intro to Magecraft as well. And so if you buy the first strength in the Intro to Magecraft thing, it lets you pick a color and you roll that color one step higher. So because you're a mage, that's how you get a D12.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Any other questions? All right. Then I will move on to the last time on. So last time on, let me move this in front of the camera so that I'm looking right into your eyes. Last time on St. Elco's Fire, we see Zach in the Lincoln leaning over to tell Harold about the teacher cult and running over a unicorn. Then he threatens him to keep it a secret. Then we cut inside the bar, and Zach's throwing a glass at a bartender and shouts, "There's a baby in a bathroom!" Then he steals a bunch of liquor and heads over to find his friends with Kaz. While we see Harold and Audrey trying to get rid of Seymour by distracting him with Tina, who can't say no because of Rush Week. Then we see Audrey and Kaz struggling to pay for these drinks after Zach just bails after their conversation. We see like quick clips of them like putting together what has happened over the last few sessions. And then we see Zach going to like jumping a fence and then going to sleep in a junkyard alone to the song Alone in like a sad track. Then we see Kaz in a crowded house chatting with her mom about all the fun facts she's tried to learn from her about her high school friends that she is just sharing now. Then we see Harold at Mr. Whitmore's Malibu beach house where everything is like white and pristine, walking through the kitchen. And then there's like a shot of the newspaper with a story about a missing kid from a beach party. Then we see Zach with Miss Strauss asking how to know if a teacher is tempted. And then like this giggly kind of will they, won't they moment when Zach thinks they're about to kiss, but it's not yet. Then we see them all in class and Mr. Larson acting totally different and favoring an arm. Then Kaz conjuring this tracker and showing off their wisp familiar that shows that they really are a mage. And then we just see Audrey holding out a camera and going, "Evidence." And then there's a cut back to...
I forgot about that.
Then there's a cut back to Zach talking to Mr. Larson and then planting the tracker as they commiserate over how magic really shouldn't be for the elite and everyone should have a chance to learn magic. And then I think we pick up. So because you just planted the tracker, I think we're going to see a series of montages because there's a couple of things that we haven't really gotten to see yet. And one of those is Audrey doing the like super busy high school jock with a job kind of thing. So I'd love to see a montage of Audrey like trying to balance the cheer practices with the coaching classes with working at Debbie's Diner, and then maybe interspersed in that is the kids slowly trying to like follow Mr. Larson around town.
So, if I may?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, 9 to 5 or my favorite go-to, which is Manic Monday.
Okay.
Pick one.
Well, 9 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Working 9
So-
to 5.
So
Make a living.
I would, the way I would do
Golly, I
this
can't not sing
montage,
it.
as long as we're, it's taking me this long to be like, oh, this is the language of TV and film. I can do this. It's a montage, but it sort of repeats itself in the way that like, it, almost in a Groundhog's Day style, like this is what a week in her life is going to be like.
Nice.
But like you see the alarm go off at like 5 a.m. You see you see Audrey running downstairs to meet her mom, who is already dressed and like dressed in her neon windbreaker, like color block windbreaker. They're both getting ready they both jog around their neighborhood in the morning. Maybe maybe they are joined by other like suburban moms, but it's mostly just the two of them. They get home. She heads off for her. You see her throw her Debbie's Diner uniform as well as like all of her books into a bag, into the car, goes to school. And then it's that like montage of like her getting tired and more tired in class, through classes. And then her running to the locker room. She goes to her locker room. She has cheer practice. And then almost as the girls, you see them hugging and getting ready to like leave to go somewhere else after cheer practice, she's already running to her car, like getting dressed as she's running to get to the diner. And at the diner, it is again just lots of quick cuts of coffee and pie, and all of it is that seafoam and pink. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna change my background. And at the very end of the day, you see her Tiana style flap back into bed, and it's like 11:30, and that montage goes over and over and over again as it's interspersed with what I will open it up to everyone else is the stalking of the professor.
Nice. So there is actually a montage mechanic in Lighthearted, because that's how we like deal with like gather information is you do a montage, right? And so whenever there's a montage that you want something out of, that's like not just to show the passage of time or whatever, the players have to dedicate someone to lead the montage. The characters do. If the characters cannot agree on who is leading this montage, both of you roll and you take the lower of the either person's result, because you are competing to see who can lead the group. So we're going to decide who is actually leading this montage of the like tracking Mr. Larson. And then I think what we'll do is we'll see in the show, we see like that repetitive wake up at 5, do the thing, cut to some of you tracking Mr. Larson, and then like practice, and this is happening, and then we cut to some of you tracking Mr. Larson, and we'll see what those scenes look like of tracking Mr. Larson. But first we need to know who is in charge.
Well, so here's the problem. The player, Claire, recognizes that Clara made a beautiful montage, but the character of Kaz is a geek and knows better, and also is a member of the AV club. And of course, I would be running some montage. Why? No, not you. No.
I do not think I actually can lead the montage, only because I have work, and also I have class, and also I have practice. So I imagine as the week-long montage is going, you actually see it starts showing them in the rest of them in the background, like doing the thing.
Like
So
we do whatever we're gonna do for tracking the teacher throughout the day, and then we end up meeting after class at the diner, and like poor Aubrey's just like running by, like carrying drinks for another table. Like, so then what did he do?
So yeah, I cannot lead it.
Yeah, I totally agree. So who do we think is leading it? Is it Kaz leading the montage with the tracker?
I totally think it's Kaz, especially because it's her tracker.
There, but it's okay.
Their tracker. Yeah, sorry.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So let me just scroll down so I do this right, since this is the first time the montage rules are going to get used on like a live thing. It's up here. It's down here. It's in this book. Should have had this prep because I knew this was coming. All right. So we know who's going to do it. So we go through, and then we find the rules for running a montage. They're in this book, I swear. All right, we're gonna do it live because I can't find them.
I have 9 to 5 stuck in my head.
Found it. Haha. Okay. So we see the quick clips. So we first need to establish what do we need to accomplish. What is at stake if we fail? Who is leading the action, which we already know is Kaz. And most importantly, what song is playing? And we have that, which is 9 to 5. So what do we need to accomplish? What's the thing that we're actually rolling to do? It's to find...
We want to follow Mr. What's-His-Face and see if he is perhaps tempted. Yeah.
Okay. So I think it's get some evidence, right? Or get some evidence of Mr. Larson.
Yeah, that sounds...
What was that?
I said, yes, that sounds appropriate.
Okay.
Cool.
And then, so I think what's at stake if we fail, because this is just sort of tracking someone, I think your position, like what kind of position you're in when you finally do get some incriminating evidence, like, do they know, and are they, are you now in a conflict with them, or is it that you get like a great vantage point and you get everything you need without even having to interact with them? Do you corner them? That kind of thing. So I think what's at stake is how much danger you're in when you get to the end of this montage.
I laugh. It's a face of danger.
Okay, cool. So let's go through and have each person describe like one thing that they see Mr. Larson doing. As I think this takes like a couple of days before Mr. Larson actually does something incriminating, right? Like you're just sort of following him around. So what are some of the scenes of you sneaking around trying to follow behind him? What are some things that you see him do that maybe looked promising and then it turned out it wasn't anything you could use? So what do we see? Let's see. Let's go with let's have Kaz, since you're leading. You can go first and last.
Yeah, of course. So what I see is that he goes to this bookstore, which is the bookstore is known to me because of reasons you don't need to worry about, darling. But I happen to know that many dark mages have been there, and there are also that is so rumored was attempted work. So I follow him. And as we follow him, we take many dark turns this way and that way in the dark alleys, and it's clear that he knows where he is going. And I also realize as we're getting closer that this is where he is going, and just as I think he's about to go into the bookshop, he makes a left instead of a right, and he goes into the donut shop across the street.
Okay.
And he gets himself a hot pink donut. The donut is brown, but has the hot pink frosting with the little sprinkles, and he eats it all in one bite. It's disgusting.
I think the thing we see inside the place is like him eating the donut and like thinking to himself, "You got to be more careful. I think I'm being followed." Like, and then it like cuts to another time that we see you all following him. And then it like jumps back and we see some more of Audrey's day. Like we see Audrey saying, "No, I can't do it," and then back to that awesome montage of Audrey just going through her Groundhog's Day. Dave, what's the next thing we see in this montage?
I think I try and follow him out of the faculty parking lot in my car, and I'm doing my best to not be obvious, but I have a big old spray painted Lincoln. Like, it's not a just common car. So I'm like hanging back and I'm barely following him. And then I turn a corner and I think that I've lost him, and I give up and I turn into the drive-thru at a McDonald's, and he's the car right in front of me. And I'm just like, "I'm just here to get a Big Mac, la-di-da." And like he leans out the window and kind of looks. I'm like, "Hey, I come here all the time. McDonald's is awesome." Like I just terribly try and pass it off.
Right. um, amazing. I think we see him peel out from there, right? Like, and then just
Yeah.
take off. Like,
And I'm just like, I'm not gonna even try after that. I'm just like, oh.
yeah. What's something we see at cheer practice? Like, what's when we cut back to cheer practice? What's like a thing we see there?
There's you see the one of the is it one of the Tiffany's? Is that the name we picked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiffany.
Yeah, it's a Tiffany's. Yeah.
You see all of the girls going through a routine, and like it's going down the line, and then you see one of the Tiffany's at the end, just like looking at her nails for a second as
she gets it, but does she get it?
As the head cheerleader like looks at her kind of sternly, and I don't know why I wanted that, but it holds long enough for you to see Audrey sort of like, while she's distracted, like pull a camera out, her Polaroid camera out from behind her like water bottle and gym bag and stuff, and try to get a pic as she sees Mr. Larson wandering along the top of the bleachers, just skulking.
Nice. Cool. I think
she's gonna get like a Sasquatch Polaroid.
Yeah. I'm helping. I think at the end of that like little scene is the coach reminding everyone that your first like exhibition or competition or whatever you would call it for cheer is in 2 weeks, on like Friday in 2 weeks. And then it like cuts back to everyone following Mr. Larson again. Joe, what's the next thing we see of like y'all following Mr. Larson?
I think what ends up happening is Zach kind of goes through his day and does his own thing and inadvertently is tracking Mr. Larson. So we start with him. He's at the community board on the college, and so he's looking at posters and tearaway slips for band auditions. And he's taking like this and this, and then like behind him we see Mr. Larson crossing. And then the next scene is Zach kind of wandering through town, through coffee shops, and as he's trying to get into these bands and audition, like we keep seeing like he's just in the vicinity of wherever Mr. Larson is. And at the end, we see like Zach's crossed off all these bands he's tried to audition for, and there's one last place, and it's at Das Bunker. And we see Mr. Larson still favoring the arm, kind of shuffling into Das Bunker. And I think maybe we leave it at that for some mystery.
Cool. And then I think we see, so I think I want to see a scene of you all kind of like talking out what you've seen at the diner where Audrey works. But I think the next part in the montage is we see Audrey working at the diner, and we see Neil come in and like giving you a hard time. He's like, "You're never free anymore," and like I don't know, I've been calling, I never hear from you anymore. Like, when are we even gonna go out? And like complaining that you don't want to spend any time with him anymore. And he's like, "Look, okay, I've got this gala thing at BU for like up and coming freshmen or whatever. They want me to go because I'm like good at sports or whatever, and I gotta have a date, and I hope that you're still my girlfriend, so I really want you to be there." And go ahead.
No, nothing. The whole time they're having this conversation, she's literally walking in and out of frame. Like, I understand. I just feel like I'm really scattered. Like, every relationship has this sort of breaking in period when they're shifting. It's a liminal space thing. Like, you have my full attention.
Yeah, that's not bullshit at all.
Amazing. And And he's like, okay, look, the gala's next. It's in 2 weeks on Friday. I need you to be there. Just be there.
Yes. And like, she doesn't even know what she's agreed to. She's just like, yes, of course I'll do that for you. Next Friday, next Saturday, next Friday,
Two
whatever.
weeks on
I'll
Friday.
figure it out. 2 weeks Friday. Got it. I will. She writes it on a napkin. I got it.
Yeah.
And puts that napkin in her like pocket.
And he's like, fine, I guess, and call me maybe. And then he's like, you seem busy, and he leaves. And then we cut back to the final like tracking like end of the montage with Kaz. So what's the last thing we see that like brings us to something? I want to inject a little
Something
bit.
successful. Yeah, and I am not so familiar with the tempted, so I do not even know what I would be looking for. But perhaps the director can give me some motivation.
Yeah, so I think similar to this bookshop situation, I think you find he's started going down this one alley, and every time one of you tries to track him down this alley, there's like you lose him as soon as you turn the corner. And this time you have a chance where you think you might see the building he's going into. Excuse me. And so you see him go into this building, and then you get like, you can see the title on top, which is it's what did I name this person? It's Jethro's Antiquities, and it's like down an alley.
So let me tell you about the neighborhoods that this shop is in.
Yeah.
So we are we in Central California or
Think
Los Angeles?
think LA, Malibu,
Yeah.
ambiguous city.
Yeah. So have you ever gone over the 405 on Sunset? Yeah, and then you make a left. Yeah, and you go down south, like into that little gray area. Like you don't know if it's Santa Monica, you don't know if it's Venice Beach, you don't know if it's Malibu. And there's this one strange pocket. It should be all rich houses, but it's not. It's back alleys, and it's the gangs and it's the things that we don't like to talk about. But he's in there, and there's a lot of different people out there looking like they are maybe trying to be a sex worker, or perhaps attempting to sell you cannabis. And you go around the corner, and the store that says what antiquities?
Jethro's Antiquities.
Jethro's Antiquities. It is a tall store with the bricks and the books and the chandeliers and the whoop whoop, and just very many different seats.
Amazing. And I think 9 to 5 ends, and we have to roll to see what kind of how well you did on actually finding out information.
Wunderbar. And what do we roll?
So you're gonna roll. I think this is probably
What's a roll?
motor, based on the way that you've described, like trying to just keep up with them.
The skills that I just bumped up.
And then however you feel about getting some incriminating evidence.
Oh, very, very excited. Yeah, very happy. So yellow. Yeah, yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Yellow on. Okay, so
Yeah.
If I am on,
how are you feeling right now?
I am just wunderbar. I'm
Okay.
very wunderbar.
Yeah. So you're rolling.
I've been useful. I've been doing, because of all of my all the work I've been doing in the intro to magical defense class. I've been able to hide myself, and so I'm very hopeful that there will be something that we will find.
Nice. And then I think you might get some. Let me check my notes here, because I think the end of the montage, have the leader roll to see if the group got what they wanted. If there was an argument over who was leading the action, both roll and keep the lowest. Yeah. Okay. So I think based on the actions that you all have taken in this thing, like it would have bumped up or down, like given you a +2 or -2. I think you're kind of even though, because it seems like Audrey can't really help. You're working Kaz is working really hard. Joe is Zach is like inadvertently providing a lot of really good intel, and then like Harold is just sort of like, I saw him at McDonald's. So I think you end up like kind of flat.
Just neutral.
Yeah. So no +2 or -2 on this. You're whatever your normal stats are.
Okay. So I have all of those lovely mage spells. So I actually have a D6 and a D12.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember to mark stress because you are rolling your current emotion.
Yes, and that is a check on
The little black box. Yeah.
the little black box. Cool.
Yeah.
And I roll, and I'm using an online roller because I don't know where my dice are.
Sure.
I rolled a 6.
A 6. Okay, cool. So I think this puts you, I think by the time that you're able to like get the team together to investigate further, the trail has gone cold. But you know that whatever, like you get the feeling that whatever he was doing in this antiquities place is going to be the next step you need to take. So like if you head in there, you can probably find the where to go next. But I think the consequence is that he has like by the time you got everyone to that location, he was gone.
Okay. And so do I take a condition?
No.
Or do I just
the consequence was just that you don't like catch him in the building. You can't like get him. You can find out what he was after in there, or you can attempt to.
Great. All right, everyone. Well, we know he was here. What do we think?
Do
Hello?
we know what they sell in there?
Why would someone come here? Like, what would they be looking for?
Well, I mean, look inside. There's the chandeliers and the woo-woo and the books. And so the strange things. Perhaps he is looking for something you can only acquire in this shop. For you saw him in McDonald's and you were busy. And
I think Audrey actually
I
shows
don't know
up
what
late.
you were doing. Of course she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we at an antique shop? Because what
Isn't
have you gone
it
inside?
odd? Well, no, I wanted to wait for you to be here.
Sorry.
You all to be here. Well, I don't mean you personally. I mean, of course you personally, but everyone. I needed everyone to be here.
Well, I mean, I guess we could just go inside and see what they've got going on. Right?
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think
All
a
right.
store
Yeah,
owner would
yeah.
be suspicious about a random person coming into their store. Like, have we
You'd
seen
be
anybody else
surprised.
use the store?
No.
Turn the handle.
Check for traps.
I think Audrey just like walks inside because she's still sort of like in the like just do the thing. It like still sort of
Roll
going.
perception.
So you are all debating like should we check for traps on this like store in an alley, and Audrey is like, by the time you're done discussing that, you hear the ding 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 because Audrey has opened the door, and inside this shop it's a smallish. Well, you described seeing chandeliers, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I couldn't think of a damn antiquity at all.
So it's got a little bit of the vibe of like when you find the like the crystals shop that's off the beaten path,
like
in a town that
Alexandria?
has, like, a strip.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
It's got a little bit of that vibe, right? Like there's some things around, but it also doesn't look like the store is organized to be friendly to people who just randomly show up.
Can I set the music that the store is playing?
Yes, absolutely.
Personal Jesus by Depeche Mode.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
That was-
Excellent choice.
That was actually on my list. The other one was going to be Reptile.
Oh, nice, nice.
So yeah.
By
so
the church?
Yeah. By yes.
Yeah.
I think so. And yeah, so Personal Jesus is playing, and you make your way in, and there's a counter towards the back with a guy sitting on a stool, and he looks like he's reading maybe like a magazine or some sort of pamphlet, sort of leaflet thing, and there's like jars of weird stuff along the walls, and through the one window you could see that there's this big chandelier hanging with like a lit area, and it's a bunch of like weird refracting light stuff all in this one corner. So it's like prisms and weird crystals and interesting shaped glass that will like do funny things with light.
I let my my mage flag fly and like have my little familiar appear and just kind of like drift around my head.
Nice.
And like kind of like looking around in and among stuff as I'm walking by it.
Sweet.
Just to be like, I use magic. You want my business?
The familiar has it is intelligent enough that it can try to communicate with you, but it's sort of like Tinkerbell.
Okay.
Like it can like blink once for yes and or like get brighter for yes and dimmer for no, but it can't really like converse with you. But it
So
can, like,
yeah, no, I just basically I'm saying be as obvious as possible too.
yeah. So it's like flying around, being bright, and like hitting this light refracting area, and like sending yellow light everywhere in this place that was like definitely dark with like deep blue, purple lights.
Fuck
And it's
your
this bright
fuck your
yellow light
atmosphere.
that's just like bashing the people in the place.
Nice.
And I
Does it find any making out couples?
no.
Damn it.
There's only two people in here. There's the person who looks like the proprietor, and there's like a dude in the back who is he looks like he's shopping, but also looks like he's comfortable. Like there's some chairs, like some leather chairs where you could sit and read some of the books in the back. And so he looks like he's like here. I don't know. He looks very comfortable in this store. And so he's sort of in the back looking at things on shelves and you know, looking through books and stuff like that. And I don't know. We'll see what happens if you get up near him see how he reacts the yellow light. But yeah, that's kind of what you see in here. What do y'all do?
I think Audrey walks in full Scooby-Doo mode, but not, and sort of heads to the back counter. She, hi, I am looking for a gift for my boyfriend. He's sort of into this stuff, sort of spooky. Is there something you can recommend?
Kaz is just leaning into their face, going, "I don't."
I got nothing.
What's your budget?
It's decent. It's a birthday gift. So she like fishes in her pocket and pulls out like a wrinkled 20 and like another sweaty 20.
Okay, so like a small gift.
Yes, a small gift.
And you said you're looking for something spooky.
I guess not spooky. Okay, so I went through his pockets and I found a receipt from this place, and he's sort of, and she like kind of glances around and kind of looks at Harold for a second and goes, he's kind of goth.
All right.
I'm just trying to look around like, it's not a gift for me. I'm not paying attention.
So Audrey's got his attention for a bit. So what's everyone else looking like? Where are you headed? There's probably like one rack of stuff in the middle, and then there's like some little alcoves that you can get into, and then like there's like two walkways, and then one side where Audrey and he are, and the other side is like open, and this other customer person is in the back, and there's like little alcoves of bookshelves and item shelves and things like that you can dip into.
You said there were.
Oh, go ahead.
You said there was another person. Does that person just look like a customer?
Yeah, I mean they're
browsing,
it
okay.
looks like they're browsing books towards the back of the place.
And it's a guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
Does
looks
he
like
have-
he's looks like he's maybe in his like early 30s, late 20s, but he looks well dressed.
So it's not Seymour.
It is not Seymour.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Need to check a few things.
This is
Before
an
Okay.
adult person that you have never seen before.
Okay. I've lost interest then. Are there any back rooms? Basically, what Zach's looking for is like where does it seem like they don't want customers to just walk in? Like, is there a back
Sure,
room, storage?
Yeah. There's definitely a couple of ways you could get into the back. There's one behind the guy at the front the desk, right?
Okay.
And then there's probably like another hallway that leads past this dude in the chairs.
Okay. Just raw instinct, which one feels more wrong to go into? Or should I roll for that?
I mean, well, one you have to walk past the proprietor, and the other you don't.
Okay, so
You get the feeling that the hallway, like if this was a Starbucks, there'd be a bathroom back there.
right.
And if the other one looks like maybe his office or storage area.
I'm gonna go towards where I feel like there might be a bathroom. What I'm looking for is like, is there a back exit or is there?
Sure. The entrance was in an alley, so the back exit would be.
I'm looking for secret rooms, basically.
Yeah.
Like,
so if you so you head to the hallway and start looking for some secret rooms. Okay.
right.
Claire, you have your. It looks like you had something you wanted to do.
Oh, yes. I wanted to use magic to see if I could detect like where his energy had been the most.
The teacher. Yeah. Because you had the tracker spell. For sure.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll for that.
Yeah. Where did he linger?
Okay. So would that fall under transformation, conjuration, enchantment?
I think this is.
I don't really see it as an illusion.
No, because your tracker was a conjuration spell, I could see you doing that and like trying to like sense where that conjuration was.
That makes
But
sense.
if I'm already marked, or I already have the black check mark by that emotion, and I roll again, what could possibly happen?
Oh, and you're doing a spell. So what's going to happen is you're going to take 2 conditions. So just tell, if you don't want to do that, you could definitely just tell me a different thing that you want to do. Like a different type of magic.
I'm not. I am the kind of player that definitely wants to do that.
Okay, great. All right. So the way it happens is you would normally take stress again, but you can't. So you're going to take a condition. And you would normally take stress for casting a spell of that color, and you can't, so you take another condition. So you basically the magic really affects your emotions and makes you, I don't know, you tell me how you respond, but it like you were overly joyful or happy or giddy or
I would say I was so giddy I was having an anxiety attack.
Sure. That could definitely happen.
And they're both under yellow. They're both I guess
you actually put them on a different emotion.
Okay.
you can keep rolling yellow all you want. You're so happy, like you'll never not feel happy. But but you like probably can't feel peace while you're having an anxiety attack.
Right. Okay. So I can't feel green. And if I am giddy, I'm definitely not feeling
Like sad.
Cold. Yeah, I'm definitely not feeling sad. So indigo.
Yeah.
Okay. This could make for a real interesting game if I don't clear this. Okay, so and then I roll that emotion and I'm trying to do
So it's probably be mental and yellow.
Okay, so a D8 and a D12. Because you can't go higher than 12.
Nope.
7.
Okay. So that's success with a complication. You already took quite a few conditions from this, so I don't think more conditions is the way to go. I think.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think.
Can you spend heart to not take a? Can that work?
So you can resist conditions. Yeah. So technically, you could resist one or both of these conditions, but you'd have to resist them individually. And you can resist consequences. So like you can have your anxiety and giddy and then just resist whatever the consequence of this roll is.
Can I know what the consequence is before I make my choice?
You can. So
okay.
I think the consequence here, I'm going to give you a hard choice, which is that you either can't get a lock on it, right? Like it feels like it's everywhere in here, or you find it and you are so enthused that you can't help but tell the guy behind the counter exactly what you just did and how impressive it was because someone needs to know.
That's really
I am
good.
going to keep my conditions because I think they balance each other out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to spend enough heart to get rid of both of them. But I'm going to say no thank you to the consequence.
Okay, yeah. So say as if, and then you roll.
As if.
This is probably rolling psych, like to just keep your emotions under control.
Okay.
So psych, and then you roll whatever emotion you feel fits with this. I can suggest one, or if you have one in mind. But you don't mark stress if like if you rolled yellow again, you wouldn't mark stress. But also it might be more like orange, like you're just trying to stay vigilant, like keep it together.
Yeah, I think orange is actually probably more reasonable. So you said it was psych and orange.
Yes. Yeah, so you'd roll a D6 and a D6.
A D6. Yep.
And I will go check the rules to make sure I get the brackets right.
8.
8. Awesome. Okay, so when you make a resistance roll, you automatically, like you said, as if the thing doesn't happen. You do not have to go tell this person, and you find the thing. Like you succeed. What you're rolling for is see how many heart it's going to cost you. So on an 8 to 11, it spends 1 heart.
Okay, great. So I'm at 3.
Yeah,
I was
so it
at
costs
4.
you 1 heart
Awesome.
to say, I don't care about that right now. I'm going to power through.
Awesome.
So you center yourself enough to like get the spell to work, and you see this like kind of outline of his energy, where like most of it is like he came in, went directly to the desk, and stayed there the entire time. And I think you even see like, because color is emotion, I think you see flashes of color as like depending on what kind of emotion he was feeling. So like you're seeing this aura of like he was nervous, so it was blue, and then it flashed red for a second because he got mad, and then it like goes back to like I think it goes to orange because he's like arguing, and then like down to violet, like maybe he didn't get what he wanted. And then, but like all of it is at the desk, and then that's it. That's where, and then like the thing ends. So he was definitely at the desk the majority of the time he was there.
Okay. Who's closest to me? Sits.
Probably me.
If
Aubrey went up to the desk to talk to the guy and Joe's exploring the hall.
I kind of lean over my shoulder to you. Yeah, it seems he was at the desk. I think he had a conversation with the clerk. Perhaps we could, I don't know, ask him somehow. Maybe we are students in his class, yeah, and trying to get on his good side. What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We could do that. I did really badly on a test, and I'm trying to curry some favor by getting him something special.
I know that will be a stretch for you, but I believe that you can do it.
We'll try. We'll see how it goes.
And then I think it cuts back to Audrey at the desk, and he's like, well, I mean, what do you really hope that what do you really want to give him? I mean, is it like, are you hoping to give him a little virility? Like
That is the actual face that Audrey makes. It's like, nope.
Oh, okay, so just like.
So just for clarification, out of character, this is officially a magic store, or is it sort of, again, it's like that crystal store vibe?
So he's definitely like talking to you like the owner of someone who sells crystals and teas that enhance like that kind of stuff. Like that's the kind of things he's been offering you, right? He's like, well, I got this and I got that, and this'll boost your stamina, and he's like, what do you think? Or are you more into just like it's like an idol or something?
What do you have that's good, that's for the warrior?
Oh, okay. All right. I think I know something. And he gets out from behind the counter, and he goes over and he grabs a I think it's like a little it's a little bull statue.
Sorry.
And he comes back and he's like, all right, you are you familiar with warriors of the past?
Generally, like,
all right. Okay, well, most of it's bullshit, but this here statue, and he sets it down on the counter, and he's like really careful about it, like moves his hand away like it's gonna like hurt him or something. This one, I think, for both of those 20s, he's gonna know exactly who that belonged to, and you are going to impress him immensely.
Sure. What if I was looking for something more, what if I had a bigger budget? Maybe I could do something better. I'm just trying to get a sense of all the things that what everything that he can offer before.
He looks at your group, right? Like he looks around to see like the other kids, and like you've definitely wandered in, right? And you get this look like, and he leans in real quiet, and he's like, "You aren't a cop, are you? Because you got to tell me if you are."
Sorry.
I love that, like, that is just a thing that movies act like is real.
Otherwise, it's entrapment.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Hey, kids at home,
Bound.
remember to always follow all laws. But that one, it ain't true.
Very not. Audrey just shakes her head in that, like, no, sir, kind of like innocent face.
All right.
Also, I'm not a cop, so.
Okay. Well, if you're looking for something a little more exciting, I have a line on a unique creature that makes fine pet.
A what?
A fine pet.
Sorry, no. What was the thing?
It's all right. Have you ever heard of a pixie?
Like the band? I have no idea if it's too old.
No, damn it.
Yeah, I thought
Like-
it was going to be a unicorn.
Like a
I was
real
waiting for a unicorn.
pixie.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
This one's super depressed. Your goth boyfriend is gonna love it.
I'm sorry.
What?
Offer me a depressed pixie.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's really
I
funny.
mean, that is if you had a bigger budget. And of course, if I'm telling the truth, that could be me just making fun of a little kid that came in my store in an alley, unannounced.
I wasn't aware we had to announce ourselves. You do like having business, don't you?
Oh, well, I mean, that depends on the business.
I need some pearls to clutch over here.
Okay. What if my budget was bigger
All right.
and I wanted to fuck with something real? Shit, I used the fuck.
God damn it.
Does anyone else want it? I keep stealing it.
Nah. You know what? We haven't. No, I think that's only the second time you've used it, like in game.
And he's like, all right, then. You just come on back here and you can fuck with something real. Oh, sorry, that was really filthy. I don't mean me. That came out way dirtier than I meant it. I mean, I have an animal in the back that you can look at.
1 second. Kaz. Kaz.
What? Yeah?
So I think before you sidebar, let's find out what Zach finds in the back.
Sure.
Yeah. By the way, I'm really glad Zach was not in earshot of any of that.
So I think you get so we rewind time back to Zach noticing the hallway, and you were heading back there, and we see like this dude in the thing. He's a little he's got like a slender build, slicked back hair. You like as you get closer, you notice that the collar is popped on his on his black jacket. And but it's like he's wearing like nice slacks, and then like it's like a sport coat, but the collar's popped and the sleeves are rolled up to the middle to his right by his elbow.
So let me get this straight. He's wearing the popped up collar intentionally. Okay.
Yeah. And he's like, as you get closer to him, you notice that he's pretty attractive. And like he's got like really good skin. And then something in your head is like, why would I care about that?
Yeah.
That's
but
weird
I
that I
do.
noticed that so vividly. And then you can make your way past him.
Do I hear alone again when I see him and there's a slow motion of his glistening skin and I'm like, wait, no.
Is that just the thing that Zach hears anytime someone is
Yeah.
attractive? It's just
Yes.
like the slow-mo,
Yes.
all of a sudden there's light in their hair.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
exact same.
A
Shot for
gentle
shot
breeze.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A breeze like
Oh.
fluffs his collar for a second because his hair's like slicked back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. His collar
Okay.
quivers. As you move past, and you get the feeling that he watches you go by, but he doesn't
Yeah.
turn his head. But you're like, this dude's looking at me.
Huh. Okay.
And then you're back. You're down the hallway. And there's a door that is obviously a bathroom. Like there's a sign hung on it.
Okay.
And then there is it looks like in the shadow because like the light is out at the end of the hall, and it looks like in the shadow there might be a gap. Like maybe the hall continues around.
Okay. I'm gonna continue down into the darkness.
Okay. So you get past and you make your way to the dark, and it's like pitch black back there. But you get the sense of like the shape of the room, and the hallway continues for a while. And like, do you put a hand on the wall to like find your way?
Yeah, I want to see like, okay, is this some kind of glamour or what am I walking into here? So I'm gonna put my hand out and see what I can feel around the walls. Yeah, I want to gauge what's up.
So your fingertips drag the wall for a bit.
Yeah.
And then you hear or feel like a whooshing by you, like as if something moved past you. But then your hand hits like beads, like a bead curtain.
Okay. Go through the bead curtain.
There's like lightning happening in Claire's. So
Sorry.
you make your way through the bead curtain, and you you get into this area, and it's there's like a faint light at the back of this area, so you can kind of see this room a little bit, and it looks like maybe a storage room with like some like metal grated shelves. But you need some light to really see in here.
Horns out.
Okay, sure. So you it's really difficult to cast in here because of the lack of light.
Light, yeah. Okay.
If you had some light, like a lighter, like if you pulled out a Zippo, you could cast from the light of your lighter.
Yeah, sure. Let's retcon that that Zachary smokes.
I don't think you have to smoke to have a Zippo in the 80s.
Actually, I'm a rebel. I set things on fire for fun. So, yeah, I'll take out a lighter and I'll try to. I'm not trying to make horns like to be impressive. It's really just for the light source. But I want horns.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, that's two. That's so on the stat is a D8 and then D6 and then D4.
Yeah.
4 magic. Okay. So
yeah.
Okay. And then mental. Explodey 4.
Woo.
Explodey 4.
Nice.
10.
Okay. Sweet. So that is a success with no complication. So you managed to make light. You don't light anything on fire. And you can see around in here now a little better. And there are
Okay.
There's like jars of stuff, and then there's like a lot of those cardboard filing boxes that are labeled with, I don't know, like weird things. Like it'll say what's a good example, like Wolf's Bane is one of them, and then like
Okay.
another one will be like
Deadly
Nightshade?
Nightshade.
it'll be no, it's more like I'm trying to think of give me a fairy, like a type of fairy.
A brownie or a pixie.
Yeah, so one of them is like pixie bait.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's all like weird sort of things that are the descriptions on it. It's almost like you wandered into like a fishing shop or like a hunting
Right.
section, but everything is like weird. Like some of the stuff you don't even recognize the language that the name of the thing is on, but then it's like lure or hormone written next to it, kind of stuff.
Does anything here say unicorn?
You would have to roll to find it.
I would like to roll to find out.
Yeah, so that's probably mental for like
Mental.
yeah.
That makes sense for a lot of reasons.
And I think the risk. Well, tell you what. Is there a risk of Zach having an issue if like there's proof of unicorn realness? Is that like the risk here? Is that if he finds it, like bad things happen to Zach's head?
Well, he's not going to flip out, but it's like it's going to trigger him about something.
Okay.
So like out of game, like he's getting the hint that this is a place that traps creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And if he sees the word unicorn, that's going to put him in a weird spot about feeling that and being in this place, and he's not going to be okay with it.
Okay. I think maybe let's see what the roll does. Let's see what you find.
Yeah. Okay. I'm rolling. So I roll mental. Is it just the straight up mental roll?
You also get an
my
emotion,
emotions?
whatever you're feeling here.
Okay. Well, I was yellow. I don't know if I'm still yellow. I think I've shifted to orange. I don't know that I'm happy about this place.
Yeah. So if you're rolling orange, then it would be a D6 because you're currently have yellow checked.
Okay. So.
And then after you roll, it'll move to orange.
Oh, gotcha. My highest is a 4.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a choice.
Okay.
Do you find something that you are certain is proof that this person can track and capture unicorns and you have like an emotional breakdown? Or do you not find that because you are interrupted by the guy with the popped collar?
Gosh,
I'll let you pick what kind of conflict you want to have.
Okay. Let's go with I find something that indicates within reason that this unicorn trapping is a thing.
Sure.
So maybe I find rainbow manes that may have been shorn off of a unicorn or something like that.
I think you find so it actually the box reads Darkspawn Bane. But it like you sense like a little bit of like you feel like light coming from the box, and when you open it up, there is a unicorn horn inside affixed to a handle.
I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna very quickly walk back to the front counter with a drive and a purpose in my eyes.
Okay. Do you take this?
Nope, not taking
dagger? It. What's the condition that you take from this?
I don't think I can be at peace. Like I feel like this is so maybe I can't be in green. Would that be green or yellow?
Peace is green.
Green, yeah.
So on green, just mark a condition. It's not a checkbox. You don't take stress. It's
just the gotcha.
Yeah, you just take a condition. And I think this is kind of a harsh condition at a 4.
Yeah.
And with the backstory that you've built. So I think this is probably, this is not okay. Works. It's all crashing down, I think is a way to phrase that too. And so until you can find some scaffolding, like maybe a friend to lean on or something like that, like you're definitely not going to be able to be at peace. Okay, so back to the front of the shop. Kaz and Harold had just were like discussing what Kaz saw, and Audrey just screamed, or not screamed, but like said, "Kaz."
Yeah. Yeah.
Want to help me pick something out?
What are you looking for?
Come here. And subtlety is lost on my friend here. Audrey sort of waves Kaz over and indicate sort of, this lovely gentleman was going to help me pick out a present for Zach. What is my boyfriend's name?
Neil.
Neil. Yeah. Completely forgot.
What's my boyfriend's name?
Great.
Very present.
Doesn't bode so well for Neil.
Does not.
Things are not looking up for Neil.
No. Poor guy.
Poor guy.
I just wanted a second opinion.
Yeah. That is not why we are in this shop. We are here because we are trying to find out what the man was doing. Yeah.
Audrey kicks Kaz's shin lightly.
Oh. Ah. Mm.
Sorry, forgive my friend. They're German.
And he's like, okay. All right, well, y'all can come back, but be careful back there. There's not a lot of space. And he's like looking at you
no
real,
worries.
What? Why are we going in the back?
Audrey has her best, like, but I'm a cheerleader face.
Okay.
But why are we going in the back?
We're picking out a present for Neil. You know, my spooky boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah. He's very spooky. Sometimes you don't even know he's there.
He's just like, y'all are weird. But
Here.
money's money, so.
You have no idea.
Actually, do you look like you could pay for, like, do you look like you have a lot of money on you? Or don't you have the condition broke right now?
Oh shoot. Probably. I don't recall. I am probably half in a Debbie Diner outfit anyway. So I clearly have a job. Yeah, I'm broke.
So I think you're gonna have to convince him now that like there's another friend. He's like having second thoughts, and he's like, "Show me your money."
Shoot.
Harold, show him my money.
Okay. And I'll reach in my pocket and I'll pull out the for emergencies American Express Platinum card that I got.
Nice.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Because I don't think he's like American Express Black Card kind of rich.
That didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
I thought
Platinum was the highest. No. The black card started in like 2002.
Did it?
Oh.
I have to look this up now because I am a nerd.
That is an unnecessary detail. You are using your strength, so it succeeds. If that's what is happening.
2001. Yeah.
Is that what's happening? You're using your on his tab?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's the only money I really have.
Nice.
We're about to buy a pixie.
So, Yeah, so you bust this thing out, and he sees it, and he's like, "All right, after you, madam."
Yeah, and I guess we head to the back.
Yeah, so you go in the back, and there's a bunch of it looks like it looks like a lot of bird cages, but with like sheets over them. But then, like, in the back, there are, like, sturdier cages. But there's also, like, a bunch of boxes in here, right? Like, crates and stuff. And so it's not just, like, walking into a kennel. But there are, like, several bird cages and, bigger cages in the back that are obscured, but you can tell that they are cages.
Oh, wow, I hate this. Continue.
And, yeah. And he's like, all right. You said goth, right? You got a sad boy?
Yeah.
All right. I got the one for you. And he goes over and he pulls one of the sheets away like ta-da kind of thing, but in sort of just greasy way. He's like, aha! And this like really depressed looking little pixie is in the cage, and it's like, okay, so, do you know when they paint Big Bird blue?
Yes.
That's like a weird reference that only people that follow that bird know.
No, I know.
Okay, so it looks like it has been dressed up to be depressed, and it is on like a swinging like a parakeet's swinging bird thing, and it's there, and it's wearing a little outfit, and it's got like face paint on, and it's just like swinging sadly in the thing, and it looks like a little blue purple humanoid with like, but it's not wearing shoes. Like, it's got like 3 little toes on each foot, and its hands are on the thing, and it's swinging, and it's like humming to itself like a sad song, and it's wearing a little dress, and like its little pixie wings are behind, but they're kind of wilted, like they're kind of sad, and its hair is matted.
What the fuck?
What are
is
we
happening?
buying?
I got nothing.
What? Does anybody else speak German?
I mean,
No.
in
Why did you
character,
take-
no.
Yes, in character. I don't
I'm
actually
gonna talk
speak
German
German.
to y'all. You're gonna understand it, right?
Ja, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. So Kaz just starts swearing in German under her breath. You don't know that she's swearing because you don't speak German, but you assume.
It
Just by-
sounds like swearing.
Obviously, they're impressed. What do you think?
Why
How?
does Neil want a pixie? What?
All right, I'm sensing
how?
some trepidation here. This is a very fine animal.
I'm just very impressed and very confused, to be honest. How these shouldn't. This isn't a thing. Well, it's a thing, but like.
Oh no,
That-
I can assure you, it is very real.
That was actually a question, like out of character question I have, is like, does the world just accept that these kinds of magical creatures may exist and they're sort of treated as animal life?
No, some people might believe it, but it's and like monsters and fae and that kind of thing. It's sort of no, those aren't real. Or if they went extinct a long time ago, or maybe someone in Finland still believes.
Okay.
But the general populace does not believe in fairies and
So what
monsters
we
and
have been
things like
presented with is basically a dinosaur,
that. Yes.
like a baby dinosaur.
Yeah.
We're gonna turn this into ET. Are we okay with this?
Well,
Eh,
like, what is it? What is it? Can it
eine-
talk? Does it communicate? Hello?
Oh
Tiny?
yeah. Do your thing, and he like taps the cage, and it's like, and it starts singing a song.
As a Clara, I am very sad about this, and also very amused.
So, okay, well, you know what? Let's check in and make sure. Is everybody okay with the way that this is going, player-wise?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am
Okay.
fine with this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not entirely
I mean-
sure.
Oh, go ahead.
In character, I think I'm totally horrified.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
great response,
Yeah.
I think.
Out
Right.
of character, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Just making
Yeah.
sure that everybody's
Same.
okay with the
Samesies.
weird situation happening as players, and then we can go back to your characters being terrified and upset.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
As a player, I'm like, this is freaking weird, and I'm kind of here for it, but also like not sure what to do now because I, as a player, want to turn this game into ET and rescue all of the little animals.
And he's like, impressive, right? All right, this one, 500.
How many
Harold?
do you have?
And you can see there are 4 similar-looking bird cages.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, how much money you got? Well, actually, I apologize, sir. I saw the card. I have 4.
Yeah.
Well, do you have anything bigger? And maybe.
Yeah. No. I think quantity over quality. Yeah. You have 4 now. How many can you get in a week?
How many of these can I get in a week?
Yeah. We are having a party. Some very, very important people from my home country.
All right. I think now I have to reiterate that you know that moving more than 5 of these creatures is considered a serious offense.
Why must you quote this? What do you think?
Okay, good. You didn't know that, which means you are not an officer, and I can probably get you about 6 more.
Oh. All right.
I mean,
Everything's
in
a
a
test
week.
with you.
If I really
Death row?
push
In a week. Yeah. Well, perhaps you give us 6 more, and then we see if we can. I don't know. Maybe we should make a deal with your supplier instead. Yes.
All
I
right,
mean,
hold on now.
Very important people. I just.
Hang on. Do you want to try to roll here because it seems like
Yeah.
you're trying to like get him to do something that he wouldn't maybe do.
I want him to give me as much information as I can as I can get,
Mm-hmm.
so that I can break up this ring.
Yeah. You're getting a very Tiger King vibe off this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Pixie King.
I couldn't make it through a whole episode of that show. It was just the sheer like animal cruelty and just terrible representation of the LGBT and polyamory communities. It was bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yes, getting that kind of vibe off of him.
Yeah.
My plan B is we beat him up and open all the cages, but like maybe not.
That's how we end up with pixie parrots over Pasadena.
Amazing.
So what do I need to roll then?
Okay. So probably sway.
Okay.
And whatever emotion you're feeling.
I'm probably scared, except I don't think I can be scared. No, scared is blue.
Scared is blue. Oh no, indigo is sad. Scared is blue.
Yeah.
So you can be scared. Well, technically,
Okay.
you can feel those emotions. You just are not very good at acting on them. So if you
Right.
think that this would be an emotion that you would be sad about, like an action you would be sad about, you would just not roll that die. So you would only roll your sway die and not the indigo die, which is how losing a thing to a condition works. It's not that you can't feel that emotion. It's that you are like, your emotions are causing you an issue and you are not as effective in the game.
I see. Well, so really, they would be angry about it.
Oh, sure.
Because of all the injustices that they saw back home growing up in East Germany before the wall fell.
Yeah,
They would have a lot of trauma around injustice.
Yeah. And I mean,
So
I don't know if it's clear if these are sentient creatures exactly. It can talk, so probably, but that's a.
But they're also
it's a magical creature too, so.
But they're also clearly being mistreated, and
Yeah.
since they are lightborn, they would have an affinity for magical creatures as well.
Yeah, so this definitely hits your whole Lightborn affinity thing, or your Lightborn liaison thing.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, I would say that they're angry.
Okay. So yeah, so you
but
roll sway
angry, but
and
like
red.
nervous that they're not gonna be able to make it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, they're angry about the situation, but they're worried that they're gonna tip him off.
Okay.
By
then
not being.
That would be blue.
That would be blue. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's how you feel about the action specifically.
Okay. And if I'm, yeah, I swear I'm gonna get these mechanics. So it's 2d4.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. 1d4, 1d6.
I think what's at stake here is that you piss him off.
Okay.
Like he'll maybe he might try to like kick you out or something like that.
Okay. Hey, a 9.
Oh hell yeah! Is that you blew up one of your d4s?
I did. I blew up my d4. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, so I can roll my d4 again because blown up dice explode.
So if you roll 2d4, you keep one of the d4.
Oh well, that's then. Oh yeah, then it's the same. Just 9 because I rolled a 1.
So you rolled a 4, and then so you rolled 2 4s. You got a 4, and what was the other one?
No, I rolled a 6 and a 4, and I got a 5 and a 4 on my 4.
Okay, and your 4 blew up, and what'd you get again?
A 1.
Okay, so you have a 5 and a 5.
Oh, okay.
It's like
So
Savage
5
Worlds. Then. You keep one of the dice. So
I see.
your d6 is a 5, and your d4 blew up and turned into a 5.
Got it. Okay,
So,
I understand now.
So you keep a 5.
So 5.
Okay, cool. So I think so. You get what you want, which is that he is going to give you more information, but you have a consequence coming. So I'll give you a choice. Either you keep it together and you take a condition because you are disgusted with yourself because you are trading with this person, or you he gets like pissed and that's why he gives you too much information, but you don't get to like buy these pixies from him.
They would instantly go for the him being mad but telling them stuff so that they could get the pixies out.
Okay, so he's not going to sell them to you now, but you'll learn more about the ring.
Right, exactly.
And so you could try to break it up later.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where you're at. All right. So that's the consequences. He gets pissed. So he's like, all right, hang on. If I was going to tell you about my supplier, Timothy over and he just like starts saying everything he's not supposed to say because he's just mad. He's like, listen, you damn kids. And he's like, but he's saying too much information, at least enough for you to go on. Right. And I think it's something like he tells you, you'd be better off, working with him, but he ain't gonna sell you none of his stuff anyways. His merchandise is too good for you. You'd be better off over at, and then he like says the name of a place and a person, that like, but he just like gives you enough information. I don't have the whole ring fleshed out because I didn't know if it was going to go to this, but he gives you enough information that if that's something you want to follow up on, you have enough to like go track down and bust this ring of pixie smugglers.
Great.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Oh.
Side quest.
And
that is absolutely a left turn I did not see coming.
and now he's like, that's it, just get on out of here.
Gladly. And
Fine
they
then.
flounced out.
I want to steal that little bull statue before we go, but that's really not something I'm great at. Or maybe I am.
Zachary's going to appear and join the group at this point.
Appear in that room?
Like do the traveler thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he's just gonna kind of out of nowhere, do you guys hear a baby?
Yep.
And he's like, hot damn, where did you come from? And he like whips around on you, and like his back is turned to the rest of you. What are you trying to get him to do?
First, I'm gauging the group because I want to make sure this time that Zach isn't acting unilaterally.
I'll totally try and sneak over to one of the heavy-duty big cages in the back and peek inside. Because I want to know what's in there now.
When he whips around to talk to Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So you go and... what's up?
Oh, I want to do something when he's distracted, but first do David.
We'll resolve all of them. I think you'll have some time for everybody to do like one thing while he's distracted. So you sneak over to one of the cages, and you like, I think you touch the cloth, and it feels heavy, like the thing they put on you for radiation when you get an X-ray. It feels
like a red
that.
Jacket.
Huh? Yeah. Like it's got like iron plates in it or something, and you touch that, and you get this flash of that shadow hound, just like leaping onto you.
Hell no.
Yeah. So like you touch, you go to open the thing, and that's the vision you get, and then it like goes away, and you're still standing there with your hand on the little curtain.
I probably my reaction would probably be after other people get a chance to do stuff.
Okay, so you do that. You see that in your mind.
Yeah.
What is Audrey doing?
When he gets kind of aggressive, Audrey like turns on a heel and storms out. I would like to, while he's still in the back room, grab his receipt logs and the little bull because I'm petty.
Okay, so do me a favor and roll for that.
I figured. Are we gonna say it's motor, please?
Yeah. Stealing stuff is motor.
And I'm gonna say, because I'm a little petty about this, aggressive, so orange.
Sure. Smash and grab.
I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, it's like if I was playing like a smoother character, I think that it would be something a little more like cool. But Audrey sort of just does things. That's a D8.
So the risk here is that there was another person in the store.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot. Oh well. Oh, I don't know how I'm feeling about. I'm feeling orange about this too. What would my other die be, or is it just the one?
So it's motor and whatever emotion you're feeling. So, let's see. Where's your sheet?
Orange.
So you're feeling orange and you're rolling orange. So you roll
Yeah,
a D8 and you mark stress.
Copy. Okay. Oh my goodness, go away. So just one D8?
Well, no, you roll the D8 for motor and the D8 for orange, for
Okay.
aggressive.
Wow, I roll terribly.
What'd you get?
That's a 3.
That's a 3? That's experience. Do you want to spend...
I would like to spend a heart.
Okay, so you can spend a heart. If you keep something over 3, you don't get the XP, though. So you can spend a heart to reroll.
Don't fuck me. Wow, that's a 1?
Like, you got a 1... You got 2 1s?
Oh, wait, hold on. And a 3! I got a 1 and a 3!
So you keep the 3. Do you want to roll... You want to spend heart again? To
Yeah,
reroll again?
Yeah, like, chance-wise.
Is there Is there a way that Zach can assist?
Not from in the other room, because the risk is that the customer notices this and not that Jethro notices this.
I'm changing dice. Hold on.
So you're going to spend another heart and re-roll again?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Because, like, statistically,
I mean, 2d8.
gambler's fallacy. Wow, there it is.
You're
Gambler's
definitely not going to
fallacy.
get snake eyes.
2 8s.
Yeah, they both explode. Roll them both again. See how high they go.
7 and 8. And a 6.
Okay.
Nice.
What's the total of the higher of the two? It's over a 12, right?
What?
Yeah.
It's over a 12?
Over 12. Much over 12.
Okay.
Very
So
much.
you get great effect. So I think all right, so this is what happens. So you get back there and you're stealing his books, right? You want like logs? That's what you're after?
Yeah, I want.
And the bull statue?
I am not entirely familiar with this part, with how bookkeeping would have worked, but I am assuming
he probably has like a black book of like names and things of who he gets shipments from, of people, and it might be coded, but maybe you got a 12, so you definitely find both books. The book that lets you read the other book.
What I'd like ideally is
decoder.
to know. Oh, sorry. Oh, what I'd like ideally is to know also, because we are here for a reason.
Yeah.
I want to see if Mr. Larson bought anything while he was in the store.
Oh, you have. Okay, so here's how you find that. As your bonus, you get. There is a business card from Saint Elco, or not Saint Elco, from Elco, with Jethro or with Mr. Larson's. Like it's Mr. Larson's business card, and on the back is written leads. Or any leads on a unicorn and a phone number.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna pocket that in the little bowl.
And I think and because you get a bonus, the customer looks over at you over their book and says, "Bold move, warrior."
Fascinating. Going now.
So back in the other room, is Kaz doing anything before we come back to what Zach is going to do to poor Jethro?
I think having kind of made that person angry, they're probably just the anxiety is probably overcoming them. So they're probably just trying to get out.
Okay. Yeah, you can book it. He's turned his back to you.
Okay.
So you run out and you can see that Audrey has already grabbed a bunch of shit from behind the counter and a little bull statue.
Okay, great.
And actually, I think Audrey, you notice that there are, like, you see on the thing that there are other bull statues that look very similar, and you flip it over and it says like "Made in Taiwan" on it.
Yeah.
So like you can tell that it's just a statue.
Yeah, but I'm petty.
Yeah. And what does Zach do what does Zach say next?
You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I was just in your bathroom. Are you alone? Is it just you here?
No, I got 4 petulant kids telling me that my operation's janky and I had enough of it.
Hey, brother. Hey, look at me. I'm one of you. All right? Listen, you got a situation.
What?
There's a baby in your bathroom.
Okay, so like
Oh my
We're
God.
gonna get a reputation, y'all.
in a bar that is unlikely but technically plausible. It is very, very, very unlikely that there would be a baby in his bathroom.
Which is why I'm so concerned.
Wow, that is hilarious. I think you have -2 to your sway roll to convince him that there is a baby in his bathroom.
That is fair. I'm doing so I am pissed off. I'm doing sway.
Mm-hmm.
I would say so D6 and my D8. -2.
You -2.
Okay. 5. I rolled the 7, so -2 would be 5.
Okay. So, all right. He says, "Shit, what got out now?" And he turns and runs to the bathroom.
Okay, I'm gonna go with him and run. The plan is when he goes inside the bathroom, I'm gonna hold the door and melt the handle. I'm gonna lock him in there.
Okay. I think the as impressed as this customer was with your thief with Audrey stealing from him, I think he appears by the back door next to you. He doesn't get up when you run by, but when you stop running to stop at the door, he is right next to you. And he says, "I think you had enough fun." No, sorry, he wouldn't sound like that. I think you've had just about enough fun with my friend Jethro.
Do you have a problem with how I'm about to solve things here?
I do.
You know what he does.
I know what he does.
And is that why you look like the way you do?
No. No, I'm my own kind of special thing, traveler. You know, your kind always smells so good.
I'm gonna roll a sight to see what this guy's deal is with me. See if I can guess motive or something.
Sure.
I only think I know what he is because I played another game of Lighthearted with you.
I guess I should write down what this type of person is in the book so that it's consistent, since I have specific ideas about how they act in this world.
Now I'm stressed because I'm like, Clara knows. I need to tell you guys.
I have a 5.
Okay, to try to guess his deal.
Yeah.
Okay. His deal is that you are about to be more trouble than you are interesting, and he's hungry.
So if we had power meters, where is he and where am I?
I don't think you know yet. I don't think you know
that's
yet.
fair.
You haven't really tested yourself that well yet.
Okay, but does I guess the question would be, does he strike an imposing enough figure to me that I should probably not be very Zach right now?
That if all of you were ready to throw down, it might be an even fight. But just you in a hallway with a baby in a bathroom? That doesn't seem fair.
All right, I'll let your friend go, but we'll be back.
Oh. Please come back.
Come back.
Um, God damn it! I still want to melt the handle so bad.
He'll be
You can
back.
do that. The director, am not stopping
Yeah,
you
yeah,
from
no,
taking
no.
that course of
I
action.
know you're not. I know you're not. And curse you for enabling me.
Let me just look at your malfunctions and see what you get for. Oh, you know what? You
Yeah.
could break a law to right an injustice. That's XP.
That's kind of what I'm going. I don't want to hurt the dude. I just want to lock him in there for a while,
Yeah.
so he knows what it feels like. So I'm gonna go for it.
All right.
Your friend will be fine.
The consequences
And
are
I'm gonna-
harm to you.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll. This is a spell.
Okay.
So and you're
This
doing
will be
fire,
a
so you
spell.
have to roll red.
Red. Yeah.
And mental's the default, but I'll take any reasoning why it might be another one.
Mental's okay. Yeah. Red. So that would be D6, I believe, since I'm next to it. Ooh, 1/6 explodes. So 9.
Okay. So excuse me. You do not suffer any consequences, and you succeed.
Okay.
Oh no, yeah, no, an 8+ is full success. So you melt the thing, and tell me how you get out of this hallway without getting hurt.
I take out my lighter and I kind of just flick it on and off, on and off, on and off, kind of being annoying. But I make eyes with this duder, and I said, "So this guy's a friend of yours?"
Yeah, and he's like, I don't know if a friend is the right word, but I'm definitely not going to let someone just melt him into his bathroom.
If you're concerned about me melting his bathroom, you should be concerned about what I did to his back room. All that paper back there is very flammable.
And he's like, all right. I can't get out of that Jethro accent. Okay. Well played. And he turns around and he leaves the store.
Okay. I
think it's dark
yeah.
by now.
Okay. So he leaves the store.
Yeah.
Does that mean he left me, or is he waiting for me to leave as well? Like, what's the sitch?
No. You said that the back room is on fire.
Yeah.
And he
right.
left the store.
Okay, so he doesn't go to try to put out the fire or anything. He just leaves.
Oh no. He turns around and he leaves.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm heading back to the back room, grabbing the unicorn thing.
Okay.
Did you melt the handle?
I melted the handle. I'm thinking. So you guys let me know if we should X this. I'm thinking Zach might want to start that fire anyway.
I would rather you not, because I'm worried about the animal.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But if the
very
spirit
good point.
moves Zach, I can't say no to running back in and opening the
No, because the idea is Zach cares more about freeing those. He's upset because of what this guy's doing to the animals.
Same though.
So you could totally,
yeah, okay.
if while he's locked in the bathroom, you have enough time now, you could just go free them all.
That's what I'm doing. And then yeah, that'll be my move.
So Harold's still in the back, and you had that vision, and you see Zach run in and start opening all the cages.
I think I just immediately point at the one I was just about to touch, and I go, "Not that one!" And I just turn and like I run. I probably even run into Zach and like do like the not like a tackle, but like a come on, we gotta get out. Like just and like I see him opening cages or whatever, and I'm opening the ones that don't look threatening, but like the one in the back, no way. No way. And then I'm going to just
We're not going to leave one behind.
full panic, like Muppet arm run out of the store.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at the thing that he pointed at. What am I seeing here? Because I actually tuned out during that spot.
So there is there's a cage in the back that has like a curtain draped over it that is heavy, like a radiation shield.
Okay. I'm gonna grab something to like poke the shield or the covering aside, just to take a look.
And you see those same red eyes, and you hear the like hissing snarl of that shadow hound that you fought, or one like it, and it is like
not this one, not this one,
rabid.
Not this one. I'm leaving that one. I grab paper and I write "not this one" and I slap it on top of.
I think you actually need to roll a reaction because the thing was there for a reason, and so you need to put it back before it can get out.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Reaction would be motor.
Yeah, motor, and whatever you feel about not getting eaten by a shadow hound.
I'm very passionate about not being eaten by a shadow hound.
If you're on red, I don't know where you're at on your thing.
I should be at because I just cast red.
Yes, you used red, and you should have marked stress for using a red spell. So if you're rolling red again, then you would take a condition.
Okay. Even if it's not a spell?
Yes, because anytime you roll.
Oh, because it's already right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, makes sense.
Stress goes away when the scene ends, but you take conditions. The more
we have to survive that long first. Exploding 6. I'm doing really good with my 6s tonight.
Okay.
10.
10? Hell
10.
Yeah. So you slap this thing down, and you feel weight against it, like it was coming out, and you it's made of shadow. How does it have weight? But you've managed to force it back down fast enough that this thing is stuck in there. And you hear like snarling and slashing and hissing and like steam hissing sounds coming from inside there. And as you look down the row, you notice that there are 4 other similar cages with curtains.
I take the unicorn horn and I just see if that creates any reaction when I hold it near these things.
Not through the curtain.
Okay. All right, that's enough experimenting I want to do. I'm out.
Okay. What do you want to do now?
Cass, are you still in the back?
No, I am out the front door of the store.
Yeah. So the two of you have made it outside, I think, and you see the customer leave and adjust their jacket like it's cold out here, and then say, "Till next time," and then he walks down the alley. What were you gonna say, Harold?
I was just gonna say, let me know when I can get out to the alleyway.
I think you run out right after that.
Okay. And Kaz and Audrey, which one of you is closer to the front door?
I'm already outside, so probably Kaz.
Well, I mean, no. You guys are both outside, I think.
Oh yeah, true.
But I meant who's closer?
Did Audrey leave first, or did Kaz leave first? I don't remember.
Audrey left first, so Kaz is closer.
Okay. So yeah, it's me. I'm closer.
So I think you hear the door just wang all the way open, just almost rebound because I threw it open so hard. The little bell jingles crazy, probably gets tossed up over the top of the door so it won't close properly. And I just run out and latch onto you, Kaz, in freaked out terror kind of thing. like there's probably like some tears coming down,
Oh,
and I'm just
meine
like,
Liebchen. Es ist
we gotta get
gut.
out of here.
Okay. Oh,
There's another one of those things in there.
oh.
And
Wait.
I think only at that point do I realize that Zach didn't come out with me. And then I probably like turn and look back at the door, and I'm just like paralyzed in fear.
Where is Zach?
I think when you say "where is Zach," the building shakes. Zach, you hear what sounds like a car driving through a wall.
Is it?
Is it because of car through a wall?
No.
Okay.
Okay. I look around. What's going on? What is this?
Nothing in the back room where you are. The building shook a little bit though, and all the pixies are like, because you let all the other animals out, right? Animals. I'm sorry. You let all of the other Lightborn out of their cages.
Creatures.
Right?
Yeah.
So the pixies like cling on to each other and then like say thank you in unison in like this melodic way and like book it. They just leave. And I think they like fly over Harold's shoulder when he opens the door, and they're out. They're gone.
Okay.
There are some other things back here that are like, there's a fox with like a lot of tails. There is a, I'm trying to think of like other like fey, like good, like things that could be considered like positive creatures. You let a bunch of those out. And like the fox,
a Vulpix,
like, a Vulpix. The Vulpix nods to you and then leaves. There's like there's a cat with wings that like flies out.
Did somebody say a jackalope?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, there is a jackalope.
And just a big floof that does this.
Yeah. So, like, there's a bunch of things that are, like, some of the things, as soon as they get out of the cage, they just, like, bamf out of there. They don't have to, like, walk out. Some of them are, like, they don't know where to go, so they just, like, find a spot somewhere. Like, the cat with the wings probably doesn't, like, know where to go. So it's just, like, trying to find its way out.
And they're coming out the door that we're all out of?
Anything that has to physically move has to get out that way. Most of these things probably just like bamf out of here.
Meld into the walls.
Yeah. Or like turn invisible slowly, but like there's still cat eyes and then it's gone and yeah.
Okay, so you said there's...
There you go. Sorry.
Okay. So you said there was a cat with wings that's kind of not sure what to do or where to go?
Yeah, it seems like lost in here.
Okay, I'm just going to make eye contact with it, and I'm said, you like junkyards?
And I think it like flies over and like perches on your shoulders, and like the wings go down and they just meld back into the cat. And it just like is sitting on, like, it's, like how they just stand on your back. And it's just standing on you, and it's like purring.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome.
And then there is another crashing sound in the main store area.
Okay.
And you all hear
walk through
that outside.
Yeah.
Can I pop my head back in? Like.
So you open you just like peek through the door.
Probably run back in because, again, where is Zach? And there's a crash. That seems like a thing. We've already established Audrey tends to run towards danger like an idiot.
Yeah. So you see...
There might be something to punch.
You see
basically.
You see what looks like a... Which one is the monster? Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde? Mr. Hyde. You see Mr. Hyde, but there is shadow pouring off of him.
Cool. I hope that's not something dangerous. That would be bad.
He is barreling for the back to where you assume Zach still is.
What is the warrior equivalent of crossing oneself?
Like.
Did I I just
I don't.
Wakanda forever? I think I just Wakanda forever.
Yeah, I don't think we can use that one, but there's definitely like.
My white ass certainly can't.
There's probably like because their symbol is
there a
very
sports
much.
equivalent?
It's definitely like a shield bash, right? Like it's like right, but not the Wakanda forever on the chest.
Okay.
Yeah. Audrey does that just like out of like a jock habit. I feel like it's probably common to see jocks just do that.
Yeah.
But she just does it and goes, "Hey, ugly."
Awesome. So you want to taunt him?
Yep.
All right. Roll some dice.
I don't want to.
Clara's dice have betrayed her for the last time.
Let's see. I'm already on orange, so I can't roll, and I can, but I can't. What's the what would you call the trait for taunt?
Probably sway.
All right.
Yeah.
So
What?
how aggro can I make this? Yeah, let's go with she's gone full like let's just work on instinct and figure things out later.
Yeah.
So she's feeling red.
Cool.
She's rolling taunt. I'm probably no longer orange. So that's one dice for sway, which is a D6, and then because I had to move, is that
If
2d6 again,
your
or
current-
d6 and d8?
Yeah. If your current emotion is red, then you roll a d8, and you would mark stress here because you're rolling your current emotion.
Ah! We figured out why Audrey's pretty mild the rest of the time. Don't fuck me. Wow. Okay. So I didn't do that.
What'd you do?
What's a 3 and a 2 get me?
XP.
Thank
5. That's 5.
What do I get for this many?
So if you keep the 3, you get you do not get what you want, and you suffer a consequence.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
So I think he throws the chair through the door and knocks you down.
Yeah, okay.
He just like grabs it, palms it like a basketball, and like hurls it out the door, and it's gonna like knock you across the alley. I think
I'm okay with that.
This is like a bad consequence, so I think you can resist, but we'll talk about what it means to resist when you have low heart numbers. This is a bad one. I think you sprain an ankle.
I will. Shoot! I need that ankle.
So you can say as if.
Can I lend heart to her?
You can't, but Harold can take this for her because he can say you can use your celestial ability to glimpse tragedy.
I will totally do that. Yes.
So,
Yay!
basically,
Um,
the way that works is when someone takes a physical consequence in front of you, you can say that this is a vision, that you just saw this happen, and then if you have a way to intervene, you can roll psych and spend heart in their place to resist the consequence.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Also, Zach has the right place, right time, so I can spend a heart to arrive anywhere. If I need to, I can do something as well.
Let's give if Harold, if you want to do that.
Yeah, we'll
let's
see
give
what
him
happens.
in the chance
Yeah,
first.
yeah. I think.
Yeah.
To be fair, Audrey is designed to be thrown through walls. The problem is, I need that ankle.
Yep.
Or
Yeah, you
it'll-
need that for.
It'll get me out of cheerleading practice for a while. But no, I'd rather have that.
Okay. I got it. Here we go. So my psych is kind of bad, but
Okay.
I think I'm super scared, and I'm doing this from being scared.
Mm-hmm.
And blue is the color I chose for my power up from Intro to Magecraft.
So that only
Ooh,
works when
nice.
you're doing a spell.
Yeah, can I do a Or
Yes, you can use. I would say you could use magic
Ooh.
to intercede. That could be the way you're interceding.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yes, yeah, that makes sense.
okay. 16.
Oh,
Damn.
Okay, so
Well, I rolled
you,
a 10 on a d10, and then I
Yeah,
rolled a
yeah.
6.
So
Damn.
you. So first
Damn.
off, you rolled your current emotion, so mark stress,
Yes.
and then you cast a spell with your current emotion, so mark stress again, but you can't, so take a condition.
Yeah.
But it's probably easier to get rid of condition than sprained ankle. And then you got a 16, so just tell me what happens. Audrey doesn't get hurt, and you get some extra benefit. So whatever that is, you just, how do you, blue is enchantment,
Illusions?
right?
Illusion?
Is blue illusion?
illusions.
Yes, it is illusions. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So blue, so yeah, so how do you
Okay.
use illusions to...
So
Just-
I essentially I just like put up like a barrier of invisible, right? Like, 'cause like I had the vision, I saw what was about to happen. I just blanket the area in invisible, and so he doesn't have a good throw. So he chucks it, hits the door, it doesn't hit her.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so it like blasts through the window and like lands in the alley. What's the extra benefit that you get here?
I think that we're still
Yeah.
invisible, right?
Yeah.
Maybe-
the invisibility lasts for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are all, well, except for Zach, are all invisible. And then he continues on towards the back room, I think.
Yeah, I I walk out and I see this. This is not. Ah, my God. Okay.
This is a bad situation.
No, I was trying to work in my catchphrase, but I don't want to overuse it.
You totally deserve this heat, though. You did
I
this.
mean, you have freed all
Yeah,
of the
but-
animals that you are sure are not shadow monsters.
Yeah. Okay.
But
So-
Joe
Okay.
really doesn't need this heat right now.
I really don't need this heat right now. Okay, so is he blocking my way out the door?
Yes.
Okay. I want to take a moment to kind of assess. So you mentioned this looks like a hide monster with a lot of shadow pouring off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get the sense that this is the hide of Mr. Pretty that I saw earlier?
No, this is definitely Jethro. It looks like
Okay.
Jethro's dumb face, but just all
Okay.
fat and contorted, like just ballooned.
Okay. I am going to.
He's done. You get the sense that he's done some sort of dark magic to himself to make himself. This.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out the unicorn horn thingy,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna make a run. Basically what I'm pulling on is I want to run towards my friends, because they might be in danger, and I want to be there. And if we're gonna fight, we're gonna fight them together.
Sure.
But that's gonna be the thing. So I'm gonna make a charge to the door.
Okay. Are you
With this
using
thing in my
slippery
hand.
to just get past him?
I think that's the easiest thing to do, but narratively, it's more satisfying if I try to run first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so you I think the only place that there is a gap to like get past him is like slide between his legs out the door.
Yep. I'm gonna try that move, and I'm gonna try and nick him with the horn thing, just to see if this does anything to these kinds of creatures.
Totally.
I
That sounds
do
like
have-
motor for sure.
I do have a strength. I think it was we've got a runner, so when it's time to motor, you're the first out the gate. Increase motor 1 step. Does that apply here?
So your motor is always 1 step higher than it was when you did your stat array, so you should have increased motor 1 step.
I would have been a much more effective character. If that's okay, we'll do that now. Although I've been exploding those 6s, I don't even know if I want to. Anyway, so it'll be a D8. I'm still angry. So okay. Let's see. Ooh, my highest is a 5.
Okay. So, I mean, success is, well, what? There was kind of a 2-part action there. Get past him and stab him. Which one do you want to succeed at?
I want to stab him. I want to see if this thing does something specific.
All right, cool. You stick him in the leg with the unicorn horn, and he grabs you, your whole body, with his giant hand, and like rips you away from his leg, and like picks you up, like crushing you. You, I think you're gonna take like cracked rib, or like
that makes sense.
And you could say as if and try to resist, but you do see that he is seriously weakened. Where the unicorn horn is still in your hand, where it pulled out, there is like light. It looks like when like a magic bullet hits something, and then the like spider cracks of magic go through something.
Okay,
it's like that, but light, like just pouring out of his leg. It like he's poisoned by it.
It was super effective.
Yeah, it's super effective at hurting.
Okay.
And he has definitely taken some kind of condition from that strike, but he is crushing you.
Okay. I would like to, as if the negative condition.
Sure. So you've got that you are grappled, and also that you are you have taken a fractured rib or something, like a cracked rib or something like that.
Yeah, I'd like, so what I'm aiming at is I'd like to get away from him, use slippery, and I want to keep the dagger thing.
Okay. So I think the as if is to ignore the damage to your body, and then slippery will just get you out of his grip.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Please remind me what I roll for that.
Bod to resist a physical condition.
Oof. That's not a good stat for me.
And whatever.
I'm gonna let you know now.
And whatever emotion you feel like fits with this. You don't have to mark stress for resisting, though.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I rolled a 1.
A 1. Okay.
I rolled a 1.
I think, if I am correct. Okay. So on a 1, it costs you 3 heart.
Oh wait, do I also roll the emotion, or was it just a straight?
You roll an emotion as well.
Let me roll my emotion. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
3.
Okay, so 3, you still pay 3 heart. Do you have 3 heart to spend?
I start with 4 because I have the big-hearted, or.
Okay, so if you still have 3 heart, you just spend it, and you're down to 0, and you're okay. Now, if you ever can't afford to pay the heart cost, you are just taken out of the scene.
Gotcha.
But you get to decide how you're taken out. So it'd be like, I'm in the alley, but I'm unconscious, or like, I just run away, or whatever it is. You're just no longer in the scene. Gotcha. If you get taken out by a condition, whoever had narrative control over writing that condition gets to say how you're taken out, which is kind of the only way you can die in this game.
Ooh.
Now, something I want to point out, because I forgot to keep track, and I know we've taken a lot of conditions. The other way you can get taken out is by taking emotional conditions equal to more than half of your psych. So if you have a D4 psych, you can take 2, which means if you take a third one, you are taken out of the scene.
Gotcha.
If you take more than half of your bod in physical conditions, you get taken out of a scene.
We're getting real close, friends.
So it looks like I'm just
guess
gonna
where my
through.
next level up's gonna go.
It looks like Audrey has 2 physical conditions. You are embarrassed and broke.
I was gonna say, am I still embarrassed? Because that's a holdover from a while back.
Yeah, that's probably gone.
Okay.
That was from like Spirit Fingers, or
that may have been from Spirit. I don't know. I roll really bad, guys.
Yeah.
Regularly.
Zach is this is not okay. So you have one emotional condition.
Yes.
It looks like Kaz is broke. Is their physical condition, and then you are also anxious and giddy. And your psych is a D6, so you can take one more before you're taken out.
I thought I could only take 3.
You can only take 3.
I'm broke, so I can't take any more.
You can only take 3 emotional conditions, and you can only take 3 physical conditions.
Got it. Okay.
And it looks like Harold is just resigned. So you're good.
I'm that moved past being afraid and now just in that like weird emotional null space.
If this is how it ends, I'm going to be on my terms.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So you resist the condition. You spent your heart. You use Slippery to get out of his grip. How do you get out of this bad situation? What's it look like?
I think it would look interesting if he does have me in its grip, but I do the thing where I slip out and he's still holding my jacket, but
sure.
I've like wormed my way out, and he lumbers. He's like this huge creature thing, so he turns and he's got a wide turning radius, but he finds me standing outside with everyone else. How I got there so quick? Camera tricks.
Sure. Yeah, camera tricks. So you're outside. He only sees you because the rest are invisible. And so he comes running at the door, like he is barreling towards the door. What do you all do?
Okay, who punches hardest here?
Not it.
Yeah.
Except for the part where I suck at punching things because I can't roll well.
I try. I want to make something to catch him, like a cage. Or something.
Do I see any of you guys?
You do not.
We're all invisible.
Guys.
Like as soon as you appear, I'm like, don't worry, just go. Like I'll say that out loud so that you can hear. Maybe not the monster man running out the shop, but
where are you guys? Okay, look, wherever you are, this thing can hurt it, but somebody stronger should use this.
I want to.
And I kind of like
this wand, sword thing.
Unidagger.
Unidagger.
So, yeah, it's it definitely looks like a unicorn horn on a handle.
Is this a unicorn horn?
Now's not the time.
Good point. I'm gonna take Mr. Stabby.
Okay.
Mr.
So
Pointy.
you have Mr. Stabby. How does
God,
Kaz
so
feel about a unicorn horn dagger?
Not great. Kaz would feel like they should be the one to use it, but maybe not. But also, they shouldn't be because they're not the strongest in the bunch.
Okay.
So they'd be conflicted about it, but they'd still want to like throw up a net or something to help catch the dude.
Sure. So so you want to throw up a net and you want to stab it? That's the order of operations I'm seeing.
I think so.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I think at this point we've established Audrey has one method of stopping things from going wrong, and that is literally throwing herself at it. So
I'm gonna punch it.
I'm gonna punch it.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
So
I'm gonna smack him.
You are invisible, and so I am going to say that you are like you're at +2 here. I think you're in control of the situation because he doesn't see you. He's just barreling out the door after Zach. So it's like a sneak attack or something.
Yeah, I'll.
Did Kaz want to do something to stop before
Yeah.
I do something stupid?
I want to.
Yeah. So go ahead and set your trap.
Okay, so that is yellow magic.
Mhm.
Oh, if I roll this again, that's bad, huh?
Are you currently? Yes. If you roll it again, you take another condition.
I can't do that.
You
I
can.
can't do that, Dave. Well, I
Yeah,
can.
You can take one more before you go unconscious.
So we all pass out.
You
Is
know,
it when your
I'm-
conditions exceed that number, or when
yeah,
they meet
when they
that
exceed.
number?
So if
Oh,
Kaz were
okay.
to take a fourth, they would be taken out of the scene.
Yeah, I think instead we're gonna try for telekinesis magic.
Okay.
Mm.
To like, just like force him to stop.
Sure. Like a hold person type of situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you're gonna slow him down and or stop him depending on the quality of your roll.
Yes.
I think the risk
Cool.
is I think you're looking at suffering a condition to psych here as you test your will against its might. Like you might take a mental and or psych condition if you fail, like if you roll poorly, as it just rips the telekinesis like away. Should you fail?
Okay. So is that rolling? Would that be rolling? Psych, bod, mental?
You're probably rolling mental because you're testing your will against its strength.
Okay. So that's a D8 and a D6. It's behind the 7 total roll.
Okay, cool. So you succeed at I think so let's do the hard choice then. I think you can stop it in its tracks, but you'll take that condition on probably mental of like fatigue, like mental fatigue, I think is probably the condition you're going to take. Or you just slow it down and it can still act, but it'll be like anything it does to you will be like reduced.
As if. Or as if. Can I as if that?
Yeah. So you can say, yeah, no, I hold it in place and I don't want to take this condition.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So you could roll psych to resist the mental fatigue.
Okay.
Tubular.
6. Ja, ist wunderbar. I swear I know other words in German, just not many. 5.
5. Awesome. So you are going to spend 2 heart
2 heart.
to resist your mental
wait.
fatigue.
No, 5 minus 2 is not 2. There we go. Okay.
There you go. And so
Great.
this thing is frozen in place, which is the condition that it's going to take. And the way overcoming challenges and or monsters in this game works is that you have to inflict enough conditions on them that they are taken out.
Okay.
This guy seems tough, though.
I feel like we should make an expeditious retreat, but also I'm a stab it.
Do it. Stab it real good.
I also don't want.
So, okay, so you are in control. It is frozen, and you have a unicorn horn. So you're rolling it +2. You can't get more than 1 +2 on a thing. You're just with +2. But I think whatever effect you have on it is going to be increased by your positioning here.
Backstab damage.
Yeah,
I
actually,
was gonna say.
I think probably the fact that it's frozen in place means you won't take a physical condition if you fail.
Cool, because I roll so poorly. I'm stressed about this.
Yeah.
I think Audrey, if I roll well, it's gonna be full Buffy, like, backflips in and stabs it in the heart with the unicorn horn. Full on Buffy,
Oh, yeah.
but I
Let's see
can't
what
roll
the dice say.
anything in
Look.
red or orange anymore. And that's kind of the only way I feel like she could feel about this at this point. Unless the adrenaline, you could make an argument for adrenaline making her giddy.
I mean, if
Sports
you're
high, the
having
runner's
a good
high.
time, it's up to
Yeah.
you.
I
You
might-
always choose how you feel about your action.
I mean, I feel like I could make an argument for it, but I feel like it's disingenuous.
You
But I realize that it's shooting myself in the foot.
You could maybe go for Violet. Like, you've just gotten upset enough at this thing that now you're just like, I'm gonna kill it. Like,
Like, you're so
Like
done with it.
you don't have any remorse about.
Yeah, like
Actually-
this is a very bad. Like you've already seen him justify that he is a bad dude. So I could
Yeah, I'll
totally
take
see you
it.
be like, you're just a monster now.
I'll take it. What would you say if I'm rolling? So I'm not entirely solid on the relationships for this. If we're feeling Violet,
Well,
but I'm
so
doing
you
like
stay
a physical
red,
act. Okay.
So you stay red, but you would roll Violet. So you would roll a
Okay.
d4, and then
Okay.
your emotional state would move to orange as you move one step
Awesome.
closer to the thing you just rolled.
Thank you. And bod or motor? I can justify both.
I would say bod if you're like just trying to
Cool,
stab
cool.
it, but totally
stab
up
it.
to you.
I
You
will
also
take
described
bod.
it as like a cool flippy thing, so if you want to like use that, it's up to you.
Acrobatic.
Yeah,
I will take motor. I'm not gonna look that one in the mouth.
sure. What'd you get?
Oh no.
God.
Is it Snake Eyes?
A 3 and a 1.
Okay, so it's not Snake Eyes.
It's
Do you have
not
any-
snake eyes.
Do you have any
But I'm
heart
about-
left?
I have 1 heart left. I'm gonna spend heart. I'm gonna
Yeah.
re-roll that one of these. How can I be so bad at rolling?
It's amazing.
Okay, does a 5 get me anything? Okay.
It gets you. It succeeds. It does what you wanted. And you remember you had +2 to this.
Oh shoot. Okay, so that's like a
Oh,
7.
that brings it to a 7.
Yeah. So an 8 is actually the full success over that, but because he's like bound in place, I think that the consequence is the dagger is just stuck in him,
Oh man, we're gonna lose that dagger, aren't we?
and it looks like, where do you stab him? What's it look like?
Well, she's invisible, but no, she full on Buffy flip because I'm gonna give myself this, and just uses the momentum from that jump from the round off to just plunge the thing into where his heart would be, and for camera effect, it's sort of like there's like a shimmer over her because she's invisible.
Mm-hmm.
But so just full on two-handed plunges it hilt deep into its heart.
Awesome. So I think so the consequence is that it's stuck, and you can leave it there and back up or stay on it. Like, are you just like trying to yank it out, or do you just like leave it in him?
I think she tries, but I think I'm gonna leave it there because it might do continual damage by being a freaking unicorn horn within him, rather than pulling it out and trying to stab him again.
Yeah, and you see like pink and bluish light grow, like spidering out away from the wound, and like cracking through and pushing, like the shadow starts to pull away from that part of his chest where he got stabbed.
Cool.
And I think he's going to try to break free of the hold. He's going to try to wrench free of the telekinesis. So
He can try.
So this is a reaction roll for Kaz to hold on.
I have actually a question about emotion stress and how to clear it. So a few, like an hour ago, I rolled on blue, but I was on yellow and stressed on yellow. So should that have taken a stress away when I rolled blue?
No, it just moves your emotional state down one.
Okay, but if I can't be green, does that move me to blue?
So it doesn't mean you can't be green. It means you can't use the die.
I see. Okay. And then when I rolled orange, it would just take me back to yellow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. And then how do you get rid of emotion stress?
At the end of the scene, it goes away.
Got it. Okay. Okay. So a reaction roll would be what? Psych or
psych or mental?
I'll roll mental.
Okay.
Okay. And I get up one step.
Because this is just you trying to hold on to the spell as he's fighting against it.
7.
A 7. Okay. I think the like mixed success here is that he knows where you are now. Like his head turns, like whips around to right where you are, even though he can't technically see you. He can like sense where the spell is coming from.
Gotcha.
And he's not like completely held in place, but he's like you get the feeling that like he's gonna bust out soon, but you still have him for now. So you have time for your friends to do one more thing.
Okay. I just shut up. Do something now, cause he's gonna come for me.
I feel
I'm
like I
just
did
looking
something.
at.
Oh yeah, and you hurt him bad when you stabbed him. Does Harold do anything?
Yeah.
I have an idea. Are there any of those like sodium vapor street lamps out here? Because you said it's nighttime, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how sodium vapor lamps are kind of yellowish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to essentially try and like
'em up?
magnify it into like a yellow laser, essentially,
Okay.
and hit him with it.
It would be a yellow spear, because yellow is conjuration, or you could definitely go for like red and it'd be like actual heat, like a laser.
Well, I'm looking more for like a concentrated light
Just-
to fight the shadow. Kind of.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
Okay, sure. You can definitely do that.
Okay. So would that be mental
Yeah.
to do a spell? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now you don't have magical defense course, right?
No.
Okay. So Kaz has that, which gives them the ability to use magic in combat without hurting themselves.
Okay.
Audrey is a warrior, which means they can kind of use anything as a weapon. Your character runs the risk of hurting themselves with their own magic if it goes poorly.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm down for that. I got a 6.
Okay, cool. So I think the condition then there, because you're not like near it, so it wouldn't hurt you. But I think the condition could be something like the light is too hot, like it's too much light, and you get a sunburn.
Oh, I was gonna say, could I be like temporarily blinded even?
Oh, totally.
Like-
yeah, that's good too.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like that. So you can take blinded.
Would that go on like bod, do you think? Or
Probably motor.
motor? Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But it's a success, which means you inflict a condition. So I think what it looks like is this yellow energy just washes over it, and then like fractures like glass. And the glass starts to pool the shadow, like when you do stained glass, like it starts to take the color, and then like the glass breaks past, like ripping the shadow away from it.
I dig it.
What do you guys do?
How dead does
So what? The Can you describe what happened again?
Yeah. So as the shadow like rips off of this thing, it looks like it would fall down, but it is currently being held in place by a spell. And its shape starts to shift back to what it should be, like back to Jethro, but the dagger is still in its chest.
I'm gonna retrieve that murder weapon.
Yeah.
Cool.
Before my fingerprint went along with hopefully all of my fingerprints.
Sure.
I'm gonna completely drop the spell which will probably mean that his body falls to the floor.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm going to be very horrified.
Okay. Yeah. I think because it would be a more interesting shot. As you retrieve the murder weapon, he falls away from it, and so it like comes out, and he falls backwards into the store.
Cool. We should go.
Yeah.
Any objections?
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
Zach?
Zachary's gonna walk over to inspect the fate of Jethro.
Does he look dead?
Jethro looks way dead. He's
I
bleeding
very
out
much think go.
into the carpet of his shop, and the cat looks pleased.
Okay. So
As most
I don't
cats
have to
would.
do a double tap is what I'm asking.
He looks dead.
Okay.
I mean, you can stab him again if you want, but he's not getting up.
No, I'm just gonna lean down and I'm just gonna say, if you're still in there, forget everything you saw. We know who you're working with. We know where to find you. We get one sniff of this, we'll find you again. If I were you, I would just die. He's gonna...
Oh, go ahead.
Zach's gonna disappear back into the shop, and we'll see.
Into the shop?
Yes.
We have to go. We have just committed murder.
Yeah. Kaz is. What do you? We should go. We should go. We need to go.
We should.
We need to
I
go.
would like to
Do
grab
Zach's-
Zach's arm.
Zach's checking the cages. Are the cages still safe? Like, did the ruckus knock any more hounds loose?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh God.
Somebody roll a d6.
Oh no.
Not doing it. Not doing it, man.
I'll do it.
I got it.
Since
Yeah.
5.
A 5?
Yeah.
5 of the cages look safe.
Out
Out
of
of how
6.
many?
Yeah, out of 6.
Okay, so we'll get one hound. Okay. And then Zach walks back out.
Can we go?
Hold on to that horn from me. I'm gonna ask for it back one day.
Sure. I think Audrey is ready to literally just pick up all of her friends and leave with them if she was capable of it.
Kaz is also ready to go.
Yeah. So,
Like she's just like this close to throwing Zach over her shoulder and we're going.
so I think that scene ends. You may all clear all your stress. It's 1 minute to 10. Do we want to go like 5 minutes over and deal with like clearing conditions and stuff like that?
Yes, please.
Okay. So when a scene ends where people have taken conditions, we move into It's Not As Bad As It Looks, where you can all choose either bod or psych. Choose one of your conditions and roll that die and see if you can clear that one of those conditions.
As everybody's getting ready to go, I'm like, somebody else is gonna have to drive. Because I'm kind of not seeing very well right now.
Oh no.
So that's one you can try to shake off if you want, Dave.
Yeah, I did not.
You did.
I
You
do
failed.
not
Okay.
think that I could drive.
Sorry,
I
what
do
was
not think that I could drive right now. I'm so sorry.
what is the number that we have to achieve?
If you get a 4 or more, you can rewrite it to something less harsh. If you get an 8 or more, then you just clear it.
I hit a 5, but my only like condition is broke.
Well, you didn't even
But
you didn't take that this scene either. So
I didn't.
So that probably stay. Actually, you know what? You went to work today.
Yeah, I also did an entire montage of working.
Yeah, so I think you clear broke because you went to work.
I just spent all of my heart avoiding conditions.
Yeah.
I rolled an 8.
Oh, great. So you get to clear one of your conditions. Did you roll psych or bod?
I rolled not mental. Never mind. I can't roll an 8 on psych or bod.
If it explodes, you can.
Well, but I rolled a D8, so I'll
okay.
roll again. I rolled a 4. So with a 4, I can still clear though, right? Or
you can change one
right.
to something a little less.
Okay. Well, instead of anxious, I think I'm just nervous now.
Yeah, sure. That's something that can go away with like a night's sleep instead of like I need to take something or like.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So the scene ends. Anybody, Joe, did you have any?
I failed.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you keep them.
Yep.
And now they have to be cleared narratively. So after that, you have to figure out how you want to clear them. So like, if you want to get rid of giddy, then maybe you need to meditate, or if you want to get rid of nervous, meditation maybe also works. But like, you have to figure out what it is that's gonna get rid of that condition, and then you can try to get rid of it after taking a short scene doing that. So next game, if there's like, what do you do in your downtime? You can tell me, oh, I do this to try to get rid of my condition, and then you roll, and then because you had a scene to get rid of a condition, a 4+ gets rid of it. So, okay. Anything? Do we want to do end of session XP? Since we never do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Has anybody been tracking their malfunctions and marking them off, or do we just want to do end of session malfunctions?
I gave myself 1 XP when I ran out crying and hugged Kaz for being vulnerable.
Oh, cool. Nice.
I'm not hitting any of my malfunctions, but I'm not mad at it because my malfunctions are sort of weird. Actually, I mean, I am. I have practice.
You definitely said I have practice at least once
multiple times.
Right. I gave myself 1 XP for defend because I'm a coward. So 1 XP for defending the pixies and 1 XP for defending all of us when the thing came out.
Totally. Yeah.
I am 110% going to give myself say that fighting the thing was a Mr. Hyde was doing something difficult for a friend.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I gave myself 1 for breaking the law to right an injustice.
Nice. Oh, hey, I helped Harold without correcting him.
Ooh.
So
good job.
We're growing.
My actually malfunction gives me XP for that.
Nice. Any other malfunction XP?
Not yet.
Okay. Did anybody hit any of their schedule things? You definitely hit 9 to 5. You had a whole scene at the diner, so you get 2 for that.
I didn't.
No.
I mentioned my intro to magical defense class and my Lightborn liaison class.
You definitely had some Lightborn liaison stuff happen today. That makes sense.
I did band gig auditions.
Oh yeah, you did.
Well, trying to.
Nice. And you used your black card, your platinum card, so that triggers your French lessons XP.
Oh, okay. Luckily, I don't even have to explain it because he never swiped it. On the ka-chunk machine.
Yeah. But you reminded everybody that you have a sugar daddy, and that's what counts.
Nice.
Oh man. Ooh.
Okay, cool. So so that's XP. Also, if you kept anything 3 or less, you get to mark XP for that as well. And that's it.
Does that include trying to recover from a condition?
I think so, because you kept a roll of 3 or less.
Yeah. Okay.
I know I got at least one. I can't remember the others, so I'm just gonna give myself the one.
Well, fortunately, we record these, so you can always go back
Yes,
and
I'm
check.
gonna have to go back.
I'm just gonna keep buying my traits up.
That's not a bad way to go. You can get them up to 12, and then, I mean, you just get real good at stuff. Some of the strengths are pretty fun, but yeah, if the traits are the thing that's most interesting, I'm really interested to see how leveling works, because honestly, this is the first time that leveling has really happened in this game, other than like the last session of a 4-session game, because it seems like it takes a bit for people to get used to what do I get XP for, and start thinking about what they want to spend it on. So
I am gonna buy a lot of skills because I don't trust my dice anymore.
Nice. Yeah, you can also buy heart. You can buy starting heart, and you can transform a malfunction if it no longer makes sense.
I just didn't think I'd need all that heart.
You're the tank. You need health.
Yeah, now I do.
I'm the damage over time. You're the tank. Do we have? Well, I don't think we have a healer.
Technically, the Celestial is kind of like that, because they can interrupt and prevent conditions.
Oh, okay.
Herald, our healer, technically.
Yeah, that's what they do.
I'm a precog healer. That's all.
Yes.
Okay.
And naturally,
Damage negator.
Zach's the rogue.
Yeah, and some of their abilities let
And
them...
Zach is the stabby.
Yeah, he's the rogue.
Yeah, some of the Celestial abilities let them use that kind of stuff on more, like, I think right now it only works on physical conditions, but I think there's one that lets you use it on emotional conditions as well.
That's creepy. I actually want to get that now.
You can prevent sadness.
That's so
Well,
weird.
like, imagine how less than scrupulous Celestial could use, like, precog seeing how people are going to react to things and changing the wording to make them feel better. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Or to agree with you more. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like it.
Okay, cool. So that's the end of tonight's session.
That's the end of our show.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed it. Join us September 7th. We're already up to September. I had to write the word September today. Join us September 7th for our next session. If you want to catch up on past episodes or find all the other APs at Happy Jacks Network, visit happyjacks.org/shows. If you'd like to learn more about Lighthearted, you can go to lighthearted.games. And if you'd like to learn more about me, you can follow me on Twitter @KurtPotts. Let's go reverse from the front. CADave, got anything to plug?
I don't really have anything to plug. Well, I guess I do. This next Sunday, I'll be back for the return to the Cthulhu mythos with Stu and the other people that are slowly going insane. We've managed to get Albert Einstein killed, and we're trying to stop all kinds of people from doing bad stuff. It seems like every time we turn the corner, there's somebody else with a new evil plan. So we'll figure it out. Especially because it's a bunch of academics and me playing a fairly youngish Russian World War I survivor. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
Fun.
Nice. Clara, you got anything going on?
So many things. Hi, I'm Clara. You can find me all over the internet as clearly_golden, unless you're into mermaids, in which case it's mermaid_clarity. For my birthday last week, dear God.
Yes.
Jameson McDaniel, who is on here, as well as Games We Never Play, and I collaborated to make a D&D adventure that you can just pay what you want on Itch.io for. And it's fun and ridiculous and possibly involves underwater combat because I'm awful. And the link to that is on my Twitter because I can't remember it off the top of my head. Also, over on Games We Never Play, we have just finished our playthrough, our monthly playthrough of a game. The game is called Pathfinder 2nd Edition, where we have done a vertical slice of game. And we have just today released our episode kind of reviewing Pathfinder 2nd Edition for anyone who is curious about the game and wanted to try it out. And my lights just turned off. So that's my time.
Da, 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 da.
That's awesome. Joe, what you got going on?
Hey y'all, I'm Joe, and you will find me here on Monday nights for the foreseeable future. Lighthearted here every other Monday, and then every other Monday that's not that Monday, I'm also here for Great American Witch. We are winding down to the series finale. I thought we did the sweeps episode, but turns out last week was the sweeps episode. I'm really worried about the next episode, but it's an amazing story, amazing cast. Check it out if you haven't. We're winding down to a very big finish. So looking forward to doing that and seeing you all there.
Nice. Last but not least, Claire.
Hi, I'm Claire. This is my only live game that I'm playing. I have some home games, but y'all don't care about that. But you should care about the Merry Wives of Windsor, the band that Clara and I and Kimmy used to be are all in, and we are all over all of the places at Merry Wives. We have a Patreon, and we are about to launch something, but I can't tell you what because Clara will kill me.
I won't kill you. You'll just ruin all my plans.
Okay, but at Merry Wives, find us. You'll want to watch that space in the next couple weeks.
Do it. Ruin her plans.
No,
I know where
my
you
plans
live.
too. I just like blaming her.
Awesome. Thank you. We did everybody, right? My brain is not working anymore. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
we
so
did
much
everybody.
for joining us. Have a good
Everybody
night.
got did.
Cool. Yeah, that's our show. Bye.
Bye.